financial news, written communication, something that's very much a yes that you could be quite pleased about. And it does come in either email or form. And I feel like it could have everything to do with things you've earned. I hope you win it, but you might have earned it instead. Okay. Thank you, Chris. Thanks for connecting with me today. Have a great one. All right. I have Irene in Edinburgh, Scotland. Irene.
Hi, hello there.
Hello, my beautiful lady. My name is Bernice Bisson. I'm in Canada, and I'm here to be of service to you. I have a few minutes. How can I help you?
I'm just general reading, anything that you pick up. And what is it you do? Is it mediumship, spirit?
Well, I'm a psychic medium, and so let's just see what I have for you in terms of messages. And I have a few minutes, and let me just see what I have for you in terms of any messages. Would that be helpful?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right. There is the first thing that shows up for me is funny. The flag of St. George, so I find that kind of funny, but I feel like if I thought about messages, there's two men. I know we've lost lots of people in our lives, but there seems to be two men that show up that I would actually say show up in your house quite a bit. They show up. I want to say one is a man who may have died in the 1990s, and one would be another man who only died in the last few years, two or 3 years. And if I just thought of just spiritual energies, and I feel like one of the reasons that they're showing up is that I keep seeing somebody who has maybe some hospital or health care, has some possibly an operation coming, and that I feel like you are in a place where you might have to provide supports to them, run around for them, take them around, or provide supports. I feel like that, just know that you are supported in all of this. Know, because I feel like your obligations seem to tighten, and that whoever is in that healthcare position, the care is good, and that there seems to be, it feels like it's a good piece. I feel like it's quite helpful in some way. I also feel like there is the need to really maybe define, because I feel like you might be caught in the middle of conflict, and that you could have a lady, a woman who could be quite difficult, and she could be saying no a lot, being very resistant, being kind of a challenge. And I feel like you're getting sandwiched a little bit in this, and you're like, I'm just trying to help. I'm just trying to help is all I keep hearing. I'm just trying to help.
Yes, it's one touch.
Yeah, and go ahead.
Yes, the mum's just had a cancer operation, and dad's quite unwell, and I'm wondering if the two males that are about, I think I know who they are. I think that might be my brother, but he just passed in December there. He left mum and dad and helped.
Sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt you. He could have, like, the one man would have passed through.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome. Time for Infinite Soul Connections with Shelley Devine. The Hummingbird Media. Live from InfiniteSoulReadings.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Infinite Soul Connect on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, hello everybody. I am so happy to be here again. I'm Shelley Devine with Infinite Soul Connections, and I have animal energy with me today. So I would love to share with you. I have the animal energy of the lynx. Now, the lynx is the keeper of secrets. Okay? This message is for all of my listeners and watchers and followers. Take time out from the world and be an observer. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your knowing. You see others' secrets and keep them sacred. In silence and in solitude, you will find your strength. Basically, what that means is put yourself, when there's chaos going on around you, put yourself in a little jar, a mason jar, and sit in there safely while there's like a windstorm outside. Okay, does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I just wanted to share that with you because there are times when we all need to just have that quiet moment when there's a lot going on around us. So jump in those jars when you need to. I am so ready for my caller. Bobby, welcome.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm okay.
You're okay? What can I do for you today, Bobby?
Oh, I was just wondering, like, how my life is going to turn out here. A little bit of glimpse of something. A little bit of hope, maybe.
Okay. Let's take a look at some cards and see what we can see. Now, did you hear my message about the lynx and about put yourself in that quiet space when there's a lot of chaos going around you? Did you hear that?
Yes.
Okay, because I feel like that's something that you might need to do. Sometimes when things are just so overwhelming, you take a deep breath. I always catch myself. Take a deep breath and just sit within yourself for a little bit and shut out the noise for a little bit, just so that you can connect, okay? Okay. Let me pull this card for you. Sometimes it takes them a minute. I like the jumpers, so when they actually jump out of the deck, that's the card for you. Sometimes it takes a second. Come on, jumpers. Okay, we've got a few. That's pretty cool. All right, so I'm going to just read these out, and then I'll go through them again and tell you what I'm getting from them, okay? So the call of the muse, okay? A powerful move, shining through, wish upon a star, and the oracle's gift. Okay. Whew, so the call of the muse is making me feel as though you are looking for something to brighten up your life, something to get you interested, something that lights you up inside. Instead of worrying, because I do feel that there's quite a bit of worry going on, I want you to think of something that really lights you up. It could be anything. It could be going for a walk. It could be painting. But whatever lights you up, let that be your muse, okay? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. And a powerful move. Okay. There is something big coming. It's good. Actually it goes with the energies of right now that's going on with the full moon in Taurus. This is a time to step into whatever it is that you've been holding back from, to make a move, okay? To make a change in your life. So by following your muse, that's going to help lead you to a big, powerful move, okay? I don't know if that is a physical, you're going to move to a different place, or if that's just a move you're going to make in this game of life, okay? Shining through, you do have a light inside of you. It's divine. We all have a divine light inside of us, I should say. Yours you need to brighten that up. Shine it. Let it start from your heart center, and just imagine with each breath that light expanding out and filling your whole body, and then outside of your body, and then the whole room, and then way, way out. You shine your light, okay? This is going to bring your muse out, and it's going to bring the move and the information to you. You need to be listening, okay? But you shine your light out there. It's almost like sending out a beacon, almost sending out a call, calling on your angels or your guides to say, hey, I need some guidance. How is my life going? How is it going to go? Okay, you're going to shine your light and bring that in. And then I've got wish upon a star. Ooh, okay. You have something that you're desiring. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. And wishing upon it. Let's change those words to manifesting it. You're going to think about this thing that you want so much, this change in your life, whatever this is that you want. You are going to not only wish upon it, but you are going to let in the feeling that you already have it. Feel as if you already have it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know what you think about the law of attraction, but your thoughts are powerful. And what you put out there is what's going to be drawn. Like attracts like. So if you're putting out there, oh, I wish, I want, you need to put out, I have, I'm so grateful for, I'm so happy that I have this in my life. Even if it's not there yet, you have to send out those thoughts that it's coming. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. I want to say something really quick about that. about the law of attraction, a lot of times, you hear everybody say, hey, you need to have positive thoughts, think positively. It's difficult to do that all the time. So those negative thoughts, those dark thoughts are going to come in. It's just our human nature, our human brain. But what I do, I call it flip the script and change. Like once you notice you're doing that negative thought, flip it immediately and think of something positive, or change that thought into something positive. Like, for example, oh gosh, I'm so tired today. I don't want to go and do what I need to do. Oh, I am so grateful that I have the energy to go do what I need to do. Okay, that's an example for you right there. So when you do the wish upon a star, I want you to say, I'm so grateful that I have this, that I have received this. And our last card is the Oracle's Gift. I'm going to gift to you empowerment, love, self-love, self-confidence, guidance on, make sure that you are on path. There is no right or wrong. There is only on path or off path. So my gift to you is this guidance is going to put you on path, keep you on path. And I'm going to gift you the wisdom to listen to your intuition. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
How does that sound, Bobby?
Sounds a little bit better than what I was feeling before you called.
Good. Very good. That is the whole point. That's what I want to do. I want to help people heal and guide them on their way. If you need anything more from me or want another reading, visit me at infinitesoulreadings.com or infinitesoulreadings@gmail.com. And I will take your emails if you need to reach out to me, okay?
All right.
All right, sweetheart. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And
Thank
all
you.
my love and blessings are going out to you.
Thank you.
You're so welcome, sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Remember to visit my website if you want to learn anything more or to book a longer reading or mediumship readings. Go to infinitesoulreadings.com and I will see you there.
A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome. Time for Zodiac Zone with Melissa Markham. Live from MMAstroVibes.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Zodiac Zone on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Zodiac Zone. I'm Melissa Markham. And first, I just want to say welcome to Sagittarius. Today is the first day of Sagittarius energy. So what is Sagittarius? Sagittarius is about optimism. It's ruled by Jupiter. So it's about expanding your horizons. And I always say for people that have their sun in Sagittarius, they are the luckiest people of the zodiac. So I wanted to start out with something positive because I know we've had a major event happen this week where Pluto entered Aquarius. And Pluto has been in Capricorn since about 2008, and it's danced around this year, and now it's finally in Aquarius until about 2042, I believe. Anyway, so what does that mean? It means that we're going to see a lot of interesting things happen over the next several years. We're going to see the onset of AI, the technology revolution. We're going to see people being completely in their minds. It's because Aquarius is air energy. Air energy is usually in your mind. And it's really going to affect fixed signs. So fixed signs are Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio. It just got out of the cardinal sign. So if you're an Aries, Libra, Capricorn, or Cancer, you can breathe a major sigh of relief because it's going to feel less restrictive, and it's just going to now go into the fixed signs. So that's a major event. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is Mercury retrograde. We are going to start a Mercury retrograde, and it is going to be on November 25th. So prepare to, especially around the Thanksgiving holidays, give yourself extra time to travel. Just really, give yourself extra time for these things. Another thing, this is actually going to go on until December 14th. It's December 15th, and usually what I say to people with retrogrades is it's a time to revisit things. It's a time to plan for extra things, especially next week with Thanksgiving. If you're going to travel, it's really, really important for you to give yourself some extra time. Don't wait to the last minute to get to the airport. You might want to be there a couple of hours early just in case, there's any problems with travel. Because I was looking on my calendar for next week because the Thanksgiving is later this year. So definitely people are going to probably start traveling on Monday. And Monday is when Mercury goes into retrograde, right around the time of travel. So anyway, those are just a couple things I wanted to let you know. One other thing is we're going to have a new moon in Sagittarius on November 30th. This is really about focus on setting intentions and learning and growth. And it's an excellent time to start new projects or form connections with like-minded people. So with that, I wanted to do my first reading, my first and only reading, since this is only a 15-minute show, but I wanted to do a quick reading. And is Brittany there?
Yes. Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for having me. I'm so super excited.
I'm going to do a very quick reading for you, Brittany. I am a vibrational evolutionary astrologer. So what I'm going to do is really, it's going to be about your soul mission and the purpose of why you're here. It's going to be really quick. And I would invite you to take a look at my website, mmastrovibes.com, for more information. But so what is your birthday?
It is 4/10/84.
4/10/84. Okay, 10th of April, 1984. What is your time?
8:10 a.m.
8:10 a.m. And city and state?
I'm currently in Beltsville, Maryland.
Where were you born?
I was born in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Okay. Great. Go ahead, and I got that. All right. So, okay. Like I said, I'm a vibrational evolutionary astrologer, so I'm really going to look at something called the lunar nodes, which are elliptical points in the sky. And I'm going to talk astrology, but I'm going to tell you what it means. So your south node, meaning the energy that you came in on, is in Sagittarius, and it's in the 7th house of partnership in Libra. And your north node is in Gemini in the 1st house. And I feel for you is a lot of times the south node in Sagittarius is a perpetual student. They're the people that always like to learn. And, probably previous life, you were the scholar. Think of yourself as like the Socrates, that, traveled around just learning and gathering information. And it's in the 7th house of partnership. So I feel like there's a tendency for you to be a little bit of a people pleaser, kind of not always put yourself first. And I would say that your life purpose in this lifetime is to communicate what you already know and really step into your own power. Don't let people sway you from listening to what you feel is the right thing to do. Does that make sense to you?
It actually does. Yes.
Yeah, it's really about listening to that internal voice that is really going to guide you. And I'll tell you too, because you're an Aries. Mm-hmm. You picked Aries. So Aries is a very strong sign. It's very assertive. And congratulations, like I said at the start of the show, we're out of cardinal signs with Pluto. So I feel like you're gonna feel a lot lighter. I don't know if I have myself, I'm an Aries as well, and my south node is in Libra. So for some reason, well, I know the reason, because of the Pluto in Aquarius instead of Capricorn, I feel kind of revitalized. I don't know if you're feeling like that. I feel like, okay, there's nothing kind of blocking me. There's things that I want to do, and it just feels a lot lighter. I don't know if you're feeling a lot lighter as well.
Hopefully it's coming sooner than later.
Yeah. I feel like for you, and especially because this year, these are your nodes for your entire life, but it's really for you about stepping into your power, and speaking up and speaking and having your own voice, and not second guessing yourself, Right. I feel like that's very, very important for you. I feel like relationships, because you have Uranus there, have been kind of challenging for you. Sometimes, love can come in very fast and it can leave fast too. I'm thinking you've had a few relationships like that.
Yes.
You have a yod, which a yod is almost like a spiritual assignment. So for example, it's a driven cause or purpose in somebody's life. Princess Diana had a yod in her chart. The apex points to your ascendant. Your ascendant is in Gemini. I feel like communication is very important, and maybe writing a book, communicating something, doing something in that area. I feel like you're called to do something like that. And it's a calling in life when people have a yod in their chart. Does that resonate with you?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so whatever that is, I suggest that you do it, because there's going to be that internal dialogue inside you, very deep inside you, that is not going to let up until you do that. And once you get into that energy, it's going to put you in a very higher level of consciousness. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, I felt this and I was always supposed to do this. And it's going to catapult you in a way that is going to feel really good for you. So I feel like that is something that you should absolutely do. So if that's just an overview, if you ever, like I said, want to go down deeper, check out my website, mmastroVibes.com. I do all kinds of charts, from business charts to personal charts to coaching. And my passion is to help people and use astrology as the tool to help people. So thank you very much for letting me read your chart.
Absolutely. You have a great evening.
You too. Have a very happy Thanksgiving. Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of reaffirm we are in Sagittarius season. I feel like, this is a great time to manifest your whatever you feel for next year. The new moon for next year, the new moon coming up, on the 30th, like I said earlier, it's really about setting intentions, learning, expansion. Sagittarius is such a beautiful time to do that. So whatever you're feeling, it's really about doing purposeful things and feeling good about what you do and feeling a sense of commitment. So I'm so happy to present astrology on a weekly basis. And next week, I'll talk about some of the things coming up in December. And of course, we're getting very, very close to 2025. So a lot of interesting things going on in 2025. And I look to the chart to do everything. It's part of my existence. So thank you. Thank you very much. And I look forward to seeing you next week.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome. Time for Sessions with Spirit with Gene Rose. Live from Facebook.com/Tarot Readings by Gene Rose. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, Facebook.com/Psychic Radio. Or one of our websites, AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv. This is Sessions with Spirit on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everyone, and good evening. Welcome to Sessions with Spirit. I am your host, Gene Rose. Welcome to another fabulous week, another wonderful episode. I can't believe next week is Thanksgiving. Like, when I have questions. I mean, what? Yeah. So there's that. Yeah. So can we believe there's a little more than a month left to this year? And then it's 2025. Like, what? Yeah. So I figured, as always, I would start the show tonight with a couple of cards for everyone, kind of reading as a collective, even though you guys know I hate that word. It's regurgitating Google, and it's a long story, and don't get me started on my soapbox. So we're going to go to the cards, and of course, they are going to say, ooh, the moon. So not entertaining doubts, fears, and illusions. That's going to be something big. However, there are some great things happening this weekend. That is going to refer to unexpected blessings. The second card was the Ace of Cups, and that is, of course, what it is going to refer to. And then the third and final card was the Queen of Pentacles. That can also refer to financial gain. I want to just throw that out there. Queens traditionally refer to gains. Kings usually refer to successes. Specifically, the Pentacle suit, that is going to refer to money and material things. Let's go ahead and pull an extra card. And that was the Eight of Wands. That also can be known as a timing card, 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, etc., etc. I want to say 2 days. So that would bring us to what? Saturday? So be on the lookout for something fabulous to happen on this Saturday. That would be the 23rd. So yeah, let's see what the weekend has in store. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. I hope you guys are all doing well. I know last weekend we had to fare with the full moon. That was a lot of energy that we were stuck dealing with, and it's going to be okay. I promise. We're almost through. Right now, things should be sort of dissipating. You know, tomorrow's moon is in Leo. Gosh. I am a Leo, of course, in case you guys didn't know. I'm very proud of that. Don't ask me why, but I love being a Leo. I really do. And that's one thing. And now we're in Sag season. So yes, or nearly in Sag season, I should say. We're about to enter into that. So hold on tight. One of my favorite seasons. Up first, let's take a caller. We have Tracy, and she is from Tennessee. Hello, love. How are you tonight?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. What are you up to on this fine evening?
Just waiting to see what's in store for me.
Oh, I love that.
What does Spirit have to say?
Okay. Can I pull some tarot cards for you?
Pardon me?
Can I pull some tarot cards for you?
Yes.
Oh, awesome. Okay. I like to still ask and not assume, you know. Some people are into them. Oh, no worries. I personally love tarot cards. In fact, I have a couple of tattoos of them. They are not a scary thing whatsoever, I promise you. In fact, some of the bigger titles that are more that like gas sort of moment, that like death card, the devil card, the tower card, those actually don't mean what we think they do. Specifically, the death card, did you know it does not refer to a physical passing? Instead, it actually refers to an ending of something, but it also points to the beautiful beginning of something new. Isn't that cool? I love that.
It is.
Tracy is my favorite card in the tarot deck, if truth be told. But let's see what you received. So your first card was the Ten of Swords. Love, in the past, who betrayed you? What was the big disappointment?
Oh, goodness. Betrayal in the relationships.
Okay. That has kind of left you in limbo, though I will say the Hangman did fall reversed. That's going to refer you coming out of that limbo, which is a very good thing. So are you currently with someone?
Yes.
Okay. And I take it that things are actually going well?
They seem to be.
Not just seem, they actually are. Don't let your past play a part in your present or your future. Your future card was the beautiful Four of Wands. That card refers to foundation. Don't let those past hurts, those past disappointments be that foundation for this connection. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I pulled an extra card for you, and you did receive the Queen of Swords. That card is going to be all about staying logical. So not feeding that conflict, whether it's internal or even external. It doesn't matter. You don't want to feed the flames.
Okay.
I know that could be sometimes difficult to do. I pulled an extra card for you, and it was the beautiful Ten of Cups. That card is about a sense of completion. It also is about a happy ending. And I'm not one of those readers that is a yes reader, so I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. Tracy, I'm going to tell you what the cards tell you. So what they're saying is that if you stay on this path and you continue on with this person, it is going to lead you to happiness. But you cannot, my love, let the past play any type of part or anything in the relationship. So don't be sitting there waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, I know that's sometimes hard to do, but trust me, it's going to definitely be something that you want to embrace.
Okay.
Right, love?
And do you see anything as far as job and home coming, like a steady job and a good home foundation coming?
I feel like within the next 6 months.
Everything kind of got uprooted. In the next 6 months?
Yeah. Everything is gonna be like domino effect. Like one blessing is gonna lead to another, which is gonna lead to another, which is gonna lead to another. Think opportunities. You're entering into a season of opportunity and possibility. But it is gonna be up to you to not be distracted from your past. And that way you can embrace the possibilities that are in front of you. Does that make sense?
Yes. So one other question. The job that I'm at now, should I continue with the longevity there for now, do you think?
I would. For the time being, I definitely would.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we're in like a extended stay right now. Do you see something happening within the next couple of weeks or a week?
Couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't be discouraged, though. What the energy you put out is going to be the energy you get back. So I want you to be expecting, and I want you to literally be like, it's going to come any minute. Like the call is going to happen any minute.
Okay. I can do that. I thank you.
You're very welcome, love. Tracy, you have a wonderful night.
Hey, you too now. Take care. Love and light to you.
Oh, love and light to you, doll.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, what a wonderful reading. Oh, up next we have Sally. Hey, Sally, you are out in Cali. Oh my gosh, I'm from New York. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What are you up to
It's
tonight?
raining out here.
Is it? Oh my God, it's been
Yeah.
really cold. Before it was snowing here. Can you imagine?
Oh, wow.
I'm not ready for it. I'm not.
Oh, sorry.
I'm definitely not ready. Love, what are we reading on tonight?
Well, I'm currently pregnant, and the baby daddy left me, so I'm just trying to see where, like, if I'm gonna ever have like a family together with him, or like where my future's gonna end up with the child, kind of.
As
Like,
far
where his
can I
like feelings are.
let me pull some cards because what
Okay.
my first go-to is gonna be. I just want to see if the cards confirm it. My go-to is that you're gonna have like a knight in shining armor that comes in.
Okay.
I don't feel as though it's gonna be the father of your child.
Okay.
I think he's already done disappointed you.
Yeah.
And I think you're kind of done. And in your heart of hearts, you know that it's over. You know you deserve better, especially with what he has been serving lately. It's like, Queen, come on. Why are you even putting up with this? You know what I mean? No judgment.
Yeah,
but I'm
he's even abusing me like, during the pregnancy and stuff like that, so I shouldn't even want him around.
Hey, Sally, like, is it worth it? Is it worth it, baby?
Yeah, it's not.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotta
It's
focus on it. Like,
nuts.
'cause I was crying a few months in and out because, like, I don't know if it's her attachment scientifically to her father or if it's my emotions. But it's like I was crying because everyone wants a picture perfect family, you know? And, like, this guy, he told me he wanted everything with me, and then when I got pregnant, he kind of just up and, like, blocked me and everything. And now I'm trying to get a restraining order on him, so.
Love is going to come when you're not looking.
Okay, and do you think me and my child will have a good life? Like,
oh yeah,
when she's born, it's supposed to be on born February 14th.
The two of you are going to be like best friends. Now I know,
Yeah, I always thought that was the unconditional love I'm looking for. You know, because some people look for it in men, but when you have a kid, it's different.
You will definitely have that. And I can understand what it's like to have a child in hopes that you receive that unconditional love. You know, someone that'll truly love you no matter what. I can tell you right now, you and your child are soulmates. I do not throw titles around lightly, and I want you to know that. It's not just a romantic partner, that could be a soulmate. It could be a grandparent. It could be a child. It could be a sibling. You right now are carrying your soulmate. That is not something that everyone gets to experience.
Yes.
I think you and your child are going to be super, super tight. Yes. I would record every little moment down to cravings, down to everything. You're going to want to remember it all.
Yeah.
Don't worry about if the makeup is done.
Baby app trackers, and I write in like the notes when she first moves around and stuff like that. I have 2 more months to go, and her name's Anissa because I'm a shaman, a Peruvian shaman, and I used to do magic and stuff like that, and all the above, like the Nokia magic, all types of stuff like that. But I named her after the herb anise because anise is used for protection and magic. So I came with the name Anissa. Her name's protection. Yeah.
That is beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Well, goddess bless you. The cards, I love the cards. The first one was the Three of Pentacles. That's all about teamwork makes the dream work. I feel like you and your child, that's going to be the team The knight in shining armor, they're going to come later. And they're going to come when you're not looking, just so you know.
Okay.
The next card is judgment. You got to make that decision that you're ready to do this on your own and that you completely and wholeheartedly wash your hands of him and being completely done. The next card is the high priestess.
I had guidance today, and then my son was like, do bibliomance. You know what that is, right? Like when you open the Bible and pray to God and ask for guidance. I do tarot, but I haven't done tarot in so long, so it's kind of iffy when you have all these emotions going on. You're not supposed to do tarot like that. And I did bibliomancy, and so far I got that God is going to put his wrath on him. It literally said that throughout Jeremiah 48, and it was talking about how God's wrath will come after him for the decision that he's done and did. So, and it says that anyone around him will feel the wrath too, so I don't want to be around that.
No, I wouldn't either. I mean, there was judgment and the high priestess, so things being revealed, things coming to light. The Two of Pentacles, I feel like that refers to you and your child. And then the Death card. Now, the Death card, I know the Death card is one of those cards when you mention it, people are like, and they think that it refers to physical passing. It does not. It refers to an ending followed by a beautiful new beginning. I just don't feel as though that new beginning is going to be with him. The new beginning is going to be with somebody completely new. But you got to put an end to this completely.
Like there's an ending to the relationship and a new beginning with the baby, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. So she's going to take all my time up. She is. So, so I don't want to you're right, I'm not looking for it. I don't want to get my mind tangled up with distractions with other men. Because today's society, like women and men are hard to find the real rare ones that stick by your side and actually care. So I don't really have friends and all that. It's hard to find real people. And I tend to stick to myself, very introvert, intuitive, stuff like that.
Definitely. Oh my God. Love, you need to follow me. We have to keep in touch. We really do.
Okay.
You are so much like me. It's like, oh my God, I swear, I feel like I'm listening to myself. Like introvert, it's like, yes, you check all the boxes. I love it.
Yeah, follow me if you want.
But please, and I would love, especially when the baby comes, like I would love to
I can show you pictures of the baby and stuff like that I got so far.
Oh, I would love that.
I go back on the second and I get to see that I'm going to get the 4D and 5D images done. So I really get to see her.
That's amazing.
So far I can tell she has my nose and everything. My genes are very strong. My grandma's from Nicaragua and Mexican, and my mom's from London. So I got a weird mix.
Wow, that's beautiful though. Oh my gosh. That is so beautiful.
Yeah. Well, thank you for taking the time out to read for me and give me guidance. I really needed it. I'm stuck. I'm tired of crying over make-believe fantasy, you know.
You're very welcome. It was definitely my pleasure. You know, and I definitely look forward to hearing from you and getting those updates.
Okay. Follow me on Facebook or I'll follow you back. Just send me your name or send me your name and I'll follow back.
Okay, love.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate you. Maybe on night feels much better.
Aw, thank you, love. Love and light to you.
God bless you.
Thank you. You too. Good night. Guys, we're having a fabulous show tonight. Oh my gosh, it is going so well. I think with the rest of 2024, what should we expect? Let me pull some cards on that. And again, this is sort of for everyone. You know, if it resonates with you, definitely pull from it. And if it doesn't, that's okay too. But with a month and a half, this is not a lot of time. I mean, less than 6 weeks. And it'll be a new year. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Oh, so it's going to be emotional. A lot of purging. Lots and lots of purging. First card was the Knight of Cups, We're going to be very, very, very tempted to overdo things these next 6 weeks. Think of it as that last push till the new year, right? Cut it out. Don't do it. Pace yourself. Take things in steps. Do things in stride. Do not rush. It is not a rat race. I know it feels that way, but it's not. I promise you that. Third card is the Ten of Pentacles. That card dropped reversed, and that card just refers to not reaching that end or that completion. But I feel like that's due to the Knight of Cups as well as the Nine. You know, the cup suit as a whole is going to be the suit of emotions, and it's going to represent the full gamut. Good, bad, ugly, all of it. Indifferent, all of it. That's not always a good thing. That sometimes can overwhelm us, especially when we are trying to go back in time and relive a moment. I strongly suggest to everyone to take this next 6 weeks and really live each day. Don't think about yesterday. Don't think about 2 weeks ago. Keep in front of you the future. Keep in front of you the present. If you are committed to doing whatever, make sure you are fully dedicated to that. For example, my wife has recently committed going to the gym, and I have to give her a round of applause because she has been an absolute beast at it. Baby, I'm very proud of you. And if I don't tell you often enough, I'm sorry, but I love you. But literally every day, she has the gumption to do it. Every single day, even when she doesn't feel like doing it. That is the kind of resolve we need to bring every single day for the rest of the year. Every single day. No matter what, no excuses. No, are you kidding? Your leg hurts? What? No. That's what she does. And I'm telling you the progress that I've seen in the last, 2 weeks, if that? Insane. You know what? We can have that same progress. We just got to put the effort in. Going back to the cards, the next card is the Five of Swords. That's going to refer to drawing boundaries. It's okay to say no. You don't have to take on every holiday list and team and thing to do. You don't have to take it all on. You don't. Pick and choose where you invest your energy. That way you can fully enjoy it and you can stay present. The final card was the King of Cups. Well, now we know that he is a manipulator of our emotions, and he can sometimes use our emotions against us. That's when we have to sit and purge those moments that we might have a hard time getting over or getting through. Let them go. It's not worth staying in that space, especially if you catch yourself reliving that moment over and over. I know I sure could use that advice. I tell you guys all the time, do not put me on a high horse. Just because I'm a reader does not mean my life is any easier. It's quite the opposite. And I think that's only because Spirit prepares me to meet people where they're at, no matter where they are. Right? So with this last week, and guys, I will be fully honest, my wife is working Thanksgiving. And because I want to spend as much of the holiday with her as possible, I might not be with you guys next week. So it might be a previously aired episode. If it is, I want to kind of, give you guys a heads up. I will definitely let Constance and Dave know what my plans are. So they're not sort of caught with their hands in the air, like we don't know what we're doing. But that way there is some sort of a plan, and I'll also make an announcement on the page. I also want to make another announcement if I shamelessly can. Our 12 days of Christmas is nearly upon us. That is going to be a different reading every day for a total of 12 days. I am so excited to be bringing this to you. It was brought to you by my team and I, And I truly call them my team because these ladies have surpassed any expectation I ever could have had from them. Their creative genius and teamwork and kindness has just blown me away. The 12 Days of Christmas was born. I had the idea, I wanted to do an advent calendar. And we were throwing it around, and before I knew it, let's do 12 Days of Christmas. Boom, that's it. What it is 12 days worth of readings. There's a different reading for every day. It is $120. That's in USD. And it starts December 13th. So there's still time to get in. Just contact me on the page below, which is Tarot Readings by Jean Rose. That is on Facebook. You can also reach out to me on TikTok at Mrs._Stiggy, STIGGI, or Tarot by Jean Rose. So I'm kind of all over the place, guys. Yeah, we're even on Insta. So check me out over there as well. Of course, Tarot by Jean Rose. Guys, tonight's episode was so heartwarming. You know, I always love reading cards. Thank you so much for joining me. I really, truly hope that you enjoyed this as much as I did. I think to sort of end our episode tonight, if you guys will join me in some gratitude, especially with Thanksgiving being next week. I know that lately we have tried to do this every morning in my lives. And let me tell you, if you start and end your day with this, it is a game changer. And it could be something as simple as recording 3 things that you are grateful for. And do it when you wake up in the morning and do it before you go to bed. The reason why you want to do it before you go to bed is because you want to end your night on a good note. So that's why it's important to do at night as well. So I definitely am grateful for all of you. I am grateful to be doing the show. And lastly, I am grateful for my beautiful wife. It's just wonderful, you know, to be in this position, if you will, and to be able to give these readings and to reach out to all of you. Guys, I thank you so very much for joining me week after week and tuning in. It really is an honor, and I appreciate all of you. If you guys are interested in a private session with me, feel free to contact me below at Tarot Readings by Jean Rose. That is on Facebook. You can also contact me on Instagram at Tarot by Jean Rose, or email me at tarotbyjeanrose@gmail.com. Try to make it as simple as possible. Guys, this has been wonderful. If I don't see you next week, have a beautiful Thanksgiving for my U.S. watchers. And to everyone else, have a beautiful and wonderful night. It was an absolute pleasure, as always. Good night, guys.
From the sunny Gold Coast of Australia. I'm so excited to be here. This is my first show, my first time here on A1R, Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. So today I thought that we would take it a little bit slow. I would tell you a little bit about myself so you know who you'll be working with if you come onto the show with me. And we'll take a caller. But first, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. So if I don't sound like the typical Australian accent, it's because I don't have an Australian accent. I was raised in sunny California, and it was a wonderful, wonderful lifestyle. When I grew up, I was in San Jose, which then became Silicon Valley. And I moved down to Southern California, where I was very lucky to work in IT, and I decided to start manifesting. So working with a lovely lady by the name of Louise Hay, I wanted to manifest the right relationship. And lo and behold, within 6 months of working on it, a man came all the way across the world from New Zealand, and it really was like love at first sight. And that was 34 years ago, and we're still together. So from California, headed over to New Zealand, and we raised a family, 3 boys, now all grown. And then I decided, look, New Zealand is beautiful, but oh my goodness, little bit wet and a little bit cold. And so we thought when the children were grown, we would all head over to Australia. And here we are. So coming to you from Australia, originally from California, I'm Deb. We're going to take a caller in just a moment. And after the caller, I am going to tell you a little bit about what I can offer, how I can help you, and what's coming up later this month. So we have Angela in New York City ready to come through. Are you there, Angela?
Hi, yes, I am. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm good.
You're good. Okay. So, as they may have told you, I'm a psychic and a medium, which means I can talk to you about your life and your future, or I can talk to one of your past loved ones. So do you know what it is you're looking for today?
Yeah. I want to see if you can connect with my past loved animal, if you can connect to animals.
I can. Okay. So bear with me. I just want to get them a little bit closer. So I've got 3 coming forward, so I'm trying to separate them. So cat, dog, is that right?
Well, I mean, the main one that passed that I'm kind of connected the cat.
Right, because I had the cat come in first, but then I had a dog, and then funnily enough, I heard the word bunny. So have you ever had a rabbit?
Yeah, I had like a black rabbit like 20 years ago or something.
Because so they're all piled in. They're all here to see you, Angela. So let me focus on your kitty cat. Bear with me. So this is a very magical cat. Yes?
Yeah.
Because they showed me like a black cat, which may or may not, the cat may or may not have been black, but that represents to me that this kitty was very magical. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I guess she could. I mean, she's not black, but I guess she was magical.
Yeah. It's just that's their sign to me that we have a mystical, magical kitty who is more than just a cat to you. It's like when somebody, it's their familiar. It's their, one of their best friends, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay.
She passed last week, so it's very recent, and it's still it hurts very much.
Yeah. So feminine, very, how would you say this? I want to say loving, because I feel her just like, you know, when they rub on your legs, when they just want to cuddle. That's what she's doing. So she really wants to cuddle up with you.
Yeah.
She's showing me that she was a pretty girl, but I feel like she had quite a beautiful full face. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, she was 2 years old, and I didn't get the last part you said.
Okay. It was just that I felt that she had quite a round, beautiful face.
Oh, yes, she was. She was beautiful. Beautiful cat.
Did she have like green eyes?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, yeah, when she was like a little, like 4 weeks old, they were like bluish green, yeah.
Yeah, because I could just see these little eyes looking up at me. All right, so Just trying to see if there's anything that.
It was a scaredy cat. So
I was going to say, was she the runt? Was she the tiny one? Because she makes me feel like she was frightened, like with brothers, and she just makes me feel a little skittish.
Yeah. She was young. She's only 2 years old, so it doesn't make any sense to me why and how she passed.
Okay, let me see if I can get her to give me a feeling for what was going on for her. It's a very strange feeling. So did you just find her like laying on her right side?
She was vomiting a lot and like all day. So I brought her to the animal hospital. They did blood work, chest x-ray. Everything was normal. They said maybe she ate something. So they said do an ultrasound. So I brought her home and she was still continuing to throw up, not eating. Then I brought her to the animal hospital. And I guess her blood levels got bad, I guess, from not eating so much for like 3 days.
Yes. Yeah.
And the ultrasound didn't really show there was anything, but they were planning on doing surgical exploratory, like to explore maybe something stuff there. I don't know.
That's what it feels like. You know those foxtails? You know those little things that are in the long grass that if you get one, it's like a burr or a foxtail where it goes in but it won't come out. It didn't feel like it got to her stomach. It felt like it was like in her little esophagus, like she just was trying to choke something up. So that's what it feels like. Like there was something that she would have eaten that caught. And the only thing I can explain, because that was the first thing I got when you said that, because it was like something coming up from her stomach, but it wouldn't come up. And then I feel like she was on her right side. That's all she is bringing me, is this funny feeling like you want to pull something out, but then she's on her right side. She says she doesn't know. She doesn't know either what she just said the words, I don't know what I did wrong. Like, I don't know what I ate that made me feel that way, because I don't. Do you have houseplants?
Yeah, I do.
Did you ever notice her nibbling on one? Do you have anything with like a round green leaf? Like not a normal green leaf, but like a rounded green leaf?
Yeah, I have a lot, but I bought her like cat grass and catnip, so she would just chew on those things. So it's like the plants, she stopped the plant. But she did get heart failure. Like, I guess she got heart failure after in the hospital overnight.
Yeah, system overload. She just was, it's just trauma. It's just the stress. Let's see what she wants to say, what her messages are to you. I feel like she had a lot of fun with you. She's showing me that you weren't just a friend, but there was a lot of fun in the household. Real lively for her. A lot to play with. She got a lot of love. And she gives me heartache herself. She gives me a little bit of heartache, but that heartache is for you. That is like her heart hurts because she sees you, because they still see us when they pass. It's like peering through a curtain for them. They can have a look at us, and she doesn't want you to hurt anymore because she feels like it actually physically feels like it presses in on you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. But I just was it even her time to go? I mean, I didn't want to put her down, but the vet was pressuring me.
It was her time, as far as she could not clear whatever this was. And it had to be meant to be, because the way she's saying is, I don't know what I ate that did this. So only thing I saw was that you had some really gorgeous plants with green leaves. And I wondered if she'd had a nibble, but that doesn't explain the burr. That does not explain the burr type of sticky type thing that I could feel in her throat. So she doesn't know how she did it, but it must have been her time. She's not, she's more upset for you than she is for herself, because she's well and good over there. She is still very playful, still having a wonderful time. Now, have you got a grandfather in spirit from your mother's side?
Yeah, I do.
Because she's with him.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, she's just saying she's got people over there. She's fine. You did the right thing. You did everything for her, and she had a wonderful life with you, and she'll just be waiting. You know, they just wait for us. It doesn't matter if it takes us 60 years to get over there. They will always greet us when we arrive. And she's with your family. So she's fine. And I think what bothers her most is how much you're fretting, how much it's hurting your heart and pressing in on you. And she's saying, just imagine her tearing around, like sliding on wood floors over there. She's having a wonderful time.
Yeah, that's all she wanted to do was play. And yeah, she did have a lot of toys. But I just feel like if she had any condition that I didn't know, like any condition she was born with that I probably should have known about.
Not that you would have known about. If anything, like I said, it feels more like esophagus where it meets with the stomach. It feels like there was something she was trying to bring up. So if she had, I know it happens I'm not a medically trained person, so obviously I can't tell you for sure, but I know that sometimes we get folds in our own esophagus, which makes things difficult to go down or to come up. And it just feels like there was something there between the esophagus and the stomach. She's not sure what she ate. It's like sometimes an animal will tell you, I ate such and such, and you'll see evidence of it. But she's not sure. And she says...
Was she in pain?
She was uncomfortable because you know what it's like yourself when you have a cough and you want to bring something up. So you knew she was in distress, but she wasn't in pain. It was just the distress of, gosh darn it, I can't get this thing out. Whatever this is, I can't get it out. So she feels for you because it wasn't as traumatic for her as you might have thought. And for her now, it's over. It's done. She's playing. She's having a great time, but she worries for you. So know that if you talk to her, she will hear you. And know that she is literally there visiting. So you might feel her jumping up on the bed or jumping up. Did you have a gray couch?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, because it's like jumping up on a gray couch. And she's saying she's always going to come back and visit with you. And she hears you when you talk to her. So please, don't fret for her. She is okay, and she is with family.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Angela. I hope that brought you some comfort. Just know that our animals are always there waiting. They hear us when we speak to them, and they do come for little visits sometimes. You might feel the pitter-patter of tiny feet jumping up on the couch or wherever she liked to sleep. So thank you so much. You've been my first caller, and I've really enjoyed talking to you, and I hope that your heart rests easier.
Yes, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Angela. Bye-bye now. All right. I just wanted to take some time to talk to you all about the other side. When we do mediumship, it's always interesting what people's thoughts are on what will be happening for their loved one on the other side. And they always are okay. They find each other, they find their friends, and our pets end up going to the people that we loved as well. Now, it's quite interesting because sometimes maybe her grandfather wasn't a pet person on this side, but when they go to the other side, they're always more loving and more caring And I know I ran into somebody last week who I did a reading for, and they had their animals in spirit with a family member who hadn't really been a pet person. But I was able to describe them to a T, and they were absolutely happy that their pets were fine. I'm just giving our producer a little message. Today, and I wanted to talk to you about a few other things. So I thought we'd take the opportunity today to get to know one another. And as I mentioned, I'm over here in Australia. I've been here since about 2008. I still get home frequently back to the US. But I wanted to tell you, I not only am a psychic medium, but I founded and established Spirit Quest School, which is an international online school for people like yourself to learn how to do this. I always say that if you are interested in this type of thing, if you're tuned in, if you're listening, and this is the type of thing that fascinates you, you might watch the television shows and watch the celebrities who do this. You might read about it, spend time on YouTube, TikTok, etc. If this fascinates you, it is a calling. It's a calling for you. Anyone can learn it. Anyone who's interested, that is. It's like learning a musical instrument. So if you really, really wanted to learn the drums and you took the time to work with somebody on how to learn it, or even watched on YouTube, got the right equipment, and practiced, you could learn. And so my story is about thinking that I wasn't a psychic medium, but wanting to be so much. As a child, I could do really interesting things, such as, I remember we would go to get in the car, and this was in the day before the internet. We would go to get in the car, and I was 4, 5 years old, and I would stop and I would tell my mother what song would be on the radio, because I'm a real music fan as well. And she was just shocked almost every time. And for a while, she was excited about that. And she was like, I don't know how you do that. And then she was like, shh, don't tell the neighbors, don't tell anyone you can do this, because she didn't know what to do about it. When I was 6 years old, a family friend passed. And it was a woman who unfortunately had dementia. She knew my grandmother. And she'd gotten, sometimes people with dementia can get quite grumpy. Their personality changes. And her personality had changed quite a bit. And it was frightening for me. And when she passed, she came to visit me. And I remember it as clear as day. And that's the difference between a visitation and a dream. You never forget it. It's like they're really there. So it was a little bit of a frightening experience for me. It was the first one. And I knew that she'd been very unwell and a little bit scary at times. So it wasn't the best visitation. But these things happened all through my life. And I still believed, because I couldn't make it happen on cue, like when I wanted to, that I wasn't a psychic medium. And I was fascinated with it. I did my first tarot reading at 18, and it came true the next day. And I'll tell you more about that another time. And I found my first teacher because I'd been hanging out in cafes and libraries, getting books on this type of thing, trying to learn about it. And I found my first teacher at a local, well, I guess you call them college over in the US. We call them universities over here, who taught meditation and how to connect with spirit guides, angels, etc., and do a little bit of internal body scans, meditation. And it was fantastic. And I said to Spirit, if you will bring me the teachers, I promise I will share everything I learn. I won't hold back and keep any secrets just for myself. And so I was fortunate enough that there was a 20-year gap in between teachers, and then I had a couple of very good teachers. So that's what prompted me, after I cut my teeth in the industry, began to be of service to people giving these readings. I did what I promised Spirit. I fulfilled the promised Open Spirit Quest School. So what do we offer? I teach from beginning psychic skills to advanced psychic skills, beginning mediumship skills to advanced mediumship skills. I teach the Akashic or Akashic records, depending on how you pronounce it, which is reading people's records of their past lives as well. And I'm also a Reiki master, so I teach Reiki 1, 2, 3, and 4, and teach others to step into their spiritual gifts. I do courses like Angel Encounters. There's so many different courses available. Now, each week we're going to choose a different topic, and I'll teach you. You don't have to come to the school. I'll teach you some tips and tricks online. I just wanted to introduce myself today, allow you to get familiar with me and know what I could bring and what I could offer, so that if you do call into the show, if you there is something that you want to know, whether it's about a past life, whether it's about an animal or person who has crossed over to the other side, whether you're wanting to know something about your future or your present, you're stuck at a crossroads, I can help you. And also we'll spend the second half of the show teaching tips, tricks, techniques, and letting you know about upcoming classes, online circles, because that's a very casual way to learn and very inexpensive way to learn as well. So each week, a little something different. I'm hoping that together we're going to have a great time. I'm so looking forward to meeting more of you, working with you, providing whatever services that I can provide for you. And I'm hoping that you'll cruise over, have a look at the websites. Now, I'm in the process of updating them to show you a conversion rate so that you can understand that you're not paying what we pay over here in Australia. You save yourself about 40% off of those prices. So I'm in the process of getting that all updated and getting the new course date set with times that are more suitable and convenient to North America. So I hope that you've enjoyed today meeting me, and I look forward so much to working with you in the future. And again, you can find me at www.deb, that's D-E-B, .bullions, as in gold bullions, that's BULLIONS.com.au, or www.spiritwestschool.org, that's O-R-G. So again, it has been absolutely lovely to meet you all today. I thank you so much. Getting my first reading under my belt, working with a beautiful kitty for our caller Angela in New York, was just an honor and a pleasure. And I hope to be able to read for you very soon too. So thank you. And from sunny Australia, we'll see you next week.
Amazingly accurate, clear answers to any question. You'll love Suzanne Marie readings. Clairvoyant reader and spiritual light transmedium. Tarot is used for spirit confirmation. She's been a spiritual reader for 30 years and would love to be able to bring accurate, clear, visionary readings for those who seek answers. Available online and phone. Call 320-455-2303 or email readingsbysuzanne@gmail.com. Suzanne Marie. Check her event page for specials.
In the silence of my soul, visions clear and spirits call. I embrace my sacred role, standing firm where others fall. Whispers from another plane guide me through the unseen art. In my heart they remain, filling every broken part. I rise, embraced by the unknown, on paths of light that I alone have found. Gifts revealed in every tone. In this mystic space I've grown. Each message is a stepping stone. My spirit straight fully shown. In every bone I own my throne. Psychic medium,
A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome. Time for the Howie Elise Show with Howie Elise. Howie Elise. Live from HowieElise.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is the Howie Elise Show on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. As always, I am delighted and excited to be here with you. We have a full moon just around the corner here. I'm not even sure. I have to take a look at the sky, but I believe it's either this evening or tomorrow. You're familiar with the idea that the full moon energies are felt 3 days before, as well as on the actual full moon. You like that? All of a sudden it's Asian. Full moon, not full moon. Seriously, though, the full moon's energies are felt 3 days before on the day itself, as well as 3 days after. I've mentioned this before, however, if you've forgotten, it is a great opportunity, a great time for you to put your energies forth, to create things filled with abundance, to put forth energy for love. Now, there's a little debate over new moon versus full moon. However, there are certain rituals that are done on the new moon and certain on the full moon. It's simply a matter of what your intention is and what you'd like to accomplish. You can always Google, believe it or not, whatever the ceremony or the ritual is that you'd like to do, and just say, hey, Google, can I do this on full moon or new moon? And you'll get your information. For me, typically, new moon is about new beginnings. New moon is about things such as getting your hair cut. Now, that sounds funny, but seriously, it's advised not to get your hair cut on full moon, but new moon or new beginnings. How fun is that? Something to think about. I see we have Melissa from Pittsburgh, PA calling in. Hello, Pittsburgh. I have a friend there. How are you, Melissa?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. Are you a little chilled in PA? I've been traveling a little and found that the northern states right now are definitely a little chillier than Florida. And Florida is getting or expecting a cold breeze coming through soon as well.
Yeah, it's a little colder right now. It's like, it's like in the lower 30s at nighttime. So it's cold. It's rainy all day today.
Yeah, it's that moist cold that gets your bones.
Yeah, I don't like the cold. I sleep with the heater on all night long.
Funny. See, I like the cold, and when I had a home up north, I would have the air open when it was 20, 30 degrees out with the heater on. Because there's something.
Yeah, I don't like the cold at all.
Did you have a specific question you wanted to address this evening?
I was trying to see if I was able to maybe connect with my dad. I don't know if I was able to do that at all.
Okay, so just to clarify, I'm not specifically a medium. I work with clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience, bit of telepathy, and occasionally I do hear from the other side, but it's usually more in terms of a feeling or a sensation or a message, different from friends who are mediums who say, oh, I see Grandpa there and he's wearing a nice gray chapeau. So as long as you're aware of that, I will do my best to connect. Let me see if there's anything specific that comes in.
Okay.
The only thing that popped in immediately, and it's interesting, more of a shape, believe it or not. Okay, let me try to put this into words. There's a term here that is eluding me, but it feels almost as if it has to do with someone who would have been associated with the water in some capacity. So my mind goes to either a boater or somebody who was dealing with Marines or even perhaps helping children with puzzles that had to do with something with water. Does any of this make sense to you?
Not, you said with water?
Not water as in swimming pool, but ocean, fishing, boating, connection with water as far as service. So I'm wondering who it is I'm sensing if it's not your dad. And I keep seeing shapes in my mind's eye. So there's like a half circle with the flat part on top, and it's a green. And then I see half circles that are hollow, a yellow, a white, and I'm trying to explain this, and all I'm seeing is shapes. So the best way that I can articulate what I'm seeing is if this feeling, sensation is not connected to your dad, it's probably connected to someone else in the family, perhaps a generation or two earlier than your father. So that could be like
Yeah, because I'm not really sure. It doesn't, I can't think of anything.
I'm just trying to explain what I'm seeing here. The best way that I can articulate this is to say it's almost as if there's puzzle pieces in my head, which I know sounds very abstract. I will simply say that when we're off the phone, contemplate a little bit as far as what those images might have meant to either your dad or, again, going one or two generations back. If you have any pictures that are older from like great-grandparents' time, if not, perhaps there's somebody that you could check with. I would even say...
And then my mom, she has a lot of pictures of, my dad and stuff. Because he's been gone for 2 years now. She has a lot of his pictures.
So this would not be late, meaning this would not have been right before he left us, but this would have been earlier on that this keeps coming into play.
Yeah, she has a lot of his older pictures, even of them and stuff. From when they were younger, and
she would probably be the best one to ask about what I keep seeing. Again, the shape is like a half moon, a half circle, like rings. And again, I'm getting like green, yellow, and white specifically. So when you have a moment, check with her on that. And because I just got chills. Usually chills for me means major confirmation, like chill up my back, hair standing on end. There's something to this, but I'm not getting a specific message, let's say, from your dad to you.
I'm wearing moon stars on my my nightgown.
Wait, say that one more time.
I said I'm wearing stars and moons on my nightgown right now.
Sorry, nightgown. Well, those are definitely shapes. But nice colors. I'm not feeling like that's what funny. You wear.
No, I know that was funny. When I looked down, I was like, "That's what I'm wearing on my nightgown."
Well, it could be then just confirmation that you are being seen. And I know that sounds very abstract, and I apologize. Sometimes I get very, very specifics, and other times it is a little bit abstract. But as I said, I would check with your mom about the colors that I shared and the idea of shapes, as specifically like half moon with flat end on top, curve underneath, and half circles or half rings, goodness, a quarter circle, a half circle, a third. I just keep seeing rings of color. Sorry, I wish I could give you more than that in respect to your dad. The only other thing that I get with dad specifically is right side some discomfort when he was here. Just like almost a heaviness connected to him before he left this world, specifically on the right side. So really everything that I keep coming back to is male energy, more than one generation. Again, check with your mom, honey, because I keep feeling like there is something there. And when she's able to say, oh, well, that means this, or it's connected to, it's simply confirmation that your dad acknowledges you.
Okay.
And subject for just 1 minute. Take care of your voice, your throat. I get very sensitive to irritation as far as throat, as far as communication, overall throat, neck. I'm going to just say that whole area, sensitivity. So be mindful of doing your best to communicate when you're supposed to. So in other words, don't hold back when you're supposed to say something. Don't think, oh, but I shouldn't because. No, allow yourself to speak. It feels as if it's very important. All right, my friend.
Okay. Yes.
Thank you so much for calling. Take good care.
All right. Thank you. Have a good night. Okay. Bye-bye.
Now, I believe there was Melissa waiting on the line. Is that correct? Yeah, I'm so sorry. Hi, Maria. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, actually. I like the cool weather, so I'm a happy camper. Did you have a specific question that you wanted to address this evening?
More of if you see anything in my future that's coming up, I don't know, maybe finances or love, or because I just saw you before with I know you're not a mediumship, which is fine because I've done that before. But for me, I've seen psychics before, and some of them were spot on. So I'm just wondering if you basically see anything for me in the future, what's coming up.
So immediately when you started to say the word future, I heard 3 months, which means you have to have a little patience. So it feels like in respect to finances, you are going to start seeing a change within 3 months. And I say within, meaning it could be as soon as tomorrow. Unlikely that it's that fast, but it could be. It's within this period of time. So we're in November, December, January, February. Figure between now and end of February, you should see a nice little shift as far as your finances. But with that, I will say, I get the sense that you have to be more mindful with how you are managing them. So when the money starts to come in, don't go, yay, I'm doing a happy dance, I'm going out and partying. Instead, take a small percent for yourself to enjoy, but put the rest where it needs to go for now. So the idea is to kind of like support yourself, if you will, reward yourself for the money coming in. You know, the idea is pay yourself first, but think small percent, at least for now. And this would be when it comes in between now and February. And then I would say by the time September, October rolls around in 2025, then you can start taking more money for yourself. I feel like you'll be in the position that you can play a little bit more. At that point, if you want to do a little traveling, it will be much easier to do. So for instance, if there's a trip out of the country, saying, oh, I really want to do it, but it'll be, oh, I got the deposit. I can go ahead and put this down. I can start doing these things. But I'm going to backtrack to what I said a moment ago, which is be mindful initially when money starts to come in a little better, that you don't go hog wild right away. Take a small percent, knowing that by the time September, October rolls around, you can take more for yourself. That said,
yeah, because I do work for myself right now. So it's funny that you say that, pay myself a little bit. So I've been self-employed for quite some time now, and it's starting to get better. But I wanted to see if it was going to get, a little bit more better.
It's going to continue to get better and better. And a big part of this is your creativity. Don't try to stifle that, because I get the sense that there are some folks around you that are kind of like, well, you should be more practical. Well, you should have more structure. No, your creativity serves you in so many ways. You don't want to say, oh, well, maybe I need to start doing things totally different. No, the only thing that you need to really be mindful of is taking that percent for yourself, and then taking a look at what is, all kidding aside, necessities, but in order. And when I say that, right, what I'm referring to is, let's say rent and electric would be necessities that you have to take care of first, where buying groceries, well, you can splurge a little. You could get that ice cream, or you could get that pasta, or whatever that extra was. But it wouldn't be at the top of the list. Do you follow what I'm saying?
Yes, I am. I am following. Yeah, because I want to go on vacation, but I know it's not something that, I can probably afford to do right now, but I'm just hesitating right now because there's other stuff, there's bills that need to be paid and all that. So I feel it's coming, but at the same time, I guess I kind of want recognition that maybe I'm not wrong and it is there around the corner.
Not wrong. And again, between now and February, it's going to start to shift for you. So keep in mind, that's not the moment to take off and spend. Continue to take small percentages until September, October rolls around. And again, I'm going to reiterate, that's going to be the time where you can go, yay, I can start doing these things that I want to do. In the interim, I feel like there is additional idea to work with that you've had on the back burner. Start working with it. Stop leaving it on the back burner. It goes back to your being creative. It goes back to you allowing yourself to think more expansively. Because right now, and I'm going to go all the way back to 2023, I feel like there's been this inner debate as to how you should handle things and what's the best, we'll say, format. Be okay with being abstract. You don't have to fit neatly in a box. And other things that you've contemplated, it's okay to start doing those slowly. I'm not suggesting you take your mainstay and say, put it on the side. I'm simply saying, add to it. Start thinking about those other things. You have one in particular, though, that I feel like has been back here that you've been like, well, it's not the right time. Well, maybe I shouldn't. It is actually the right time. And I will say again, between now and February and go as far as from now to April, that's going to be a real creative cycle, or is a real creative cycle for you, where you can expand in a lot of different directions. The other thing here is stop telling immediate family and friends what you do. Not that you should keep things a secret. However, they're not giving you the level of support that you need. Instead, think in terms of going online and finding people that are like-minded, whether that's Facebook or LinkedIn, or it's a meetup. But give yourself the opportunity to start sharing what you do with people that are going to go, wow, thank you. Oh, that's great. I'm glad you're sharing. Versus, oh, that's nice, honey. Maybe you'll get there.
Yeah, I agree. And what about one last question? What about, because I mentioned it a little bit before, what about, like, what did you see for me in love, like in a relationship, or because I've been, going back and forth. So I'm just wondering if I'll finally, get there.
The thing with this is you've had somebody in your heart for a long time. And I really want to say that if you wait 5 more minutes, everything's going to go ta-da. Unfortunately, that's not what I'm feeling. I feel like if you keep waiting, you keep having more of the same. It's almost like playing tennis. You hit the ball, you hit the ball, you hit the ball. You keep going back and forth until somebody drops the ball. There is genuine feeling there. There is a sweetness there. What's not there on the other side is commitment at the level that you need it. And I feel like as you start to grow with your business, it really feels so strong that your attention should be more on not just what your needs are as far as physically, financially, but physically and emotionally. That this individual, lovely person, just not stepping up to the plate in the way that you need them to, hon. And I feel like, oh goodness, you're going to have to make a decision here about if you want to come first or not. Because my heart says if you get clear with that, then by the end of this year, you say thank you to this person. I'll always care about you. However, I'm moving forward. And then you open the door for someone else to come in who is ready to be with you on the same level at the same time. Because if it keeps feeling like you've just been doing this dance with this individual for a while. And it seems like, oh, yay. And then all of a sudden it's not. And 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. Would you say that's accurate? Did I lose you? Okay.
No, I'm here. It's pretty accurate what you're saying.
Okay. Bottom line, I know you want to be happy. I know you want your heart to be joyful. I know you want to have that loving long-term relationship. It's just difficult for this individual to give you what you want.
Right.
Just be clear. I'm not saying you have to do what I'm telling you to do. I am just simply saying have the awareness to see truth for yourself. And if you can do that, then again, by the end of the year, it feels as if you're able to look and say, okay, I'm going to take the leap. I'm going to make a change. If you do that, then 2025 is the year that you have what you want for longevity, though it's with someone else coming in.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Just so you know, the other person's name has an S in it, so it's got that sound. I get a whole bunch of names. I'm going to say it starts with the S sound. And funny enough, as I say that, I also see the letter C. So for instance, in French, the C sometimes sounds like an S. So for instance, tuna, I think is called niswa, is a C-O-I-S, but it's that swa sound. That sounds like the S. Oh my God.
Okay.
Trying to explain this so this makes sense. Just remember S sound. I think that might be the easiest way to say this. Their name is connected to the S sound. And that means it either is at the beginning of their name or it is so pronounced in their name, you will remember it as soon as you hear it.
So I didn't hear you very well at the beginning. Are you talking about what's coming in the future or what's going on now with the name?
Oh, what's coming into the future if you allow yourself to make a change by the end of the year with what's going on now.
Okay, so that's, you're kind of seeing like I'll have to obviously listen back to the video because like I said, that I'm on the phone, it's a little bit not quite clear, but so I understood you said the S, and it's bizarre because I am French as well. So okay, so that's what you see for 2025 probably with that saying.
It comes down to you being able to make that jump, being able to make that change. I never feel like it's my place to say you absolutely have to do something. Ultimately, it's up to you. So I see that if you do make that change, you do have this other individual coming in for you.
Okay. Yeah. So at the end of the day, of course, like anything, it's basically our choice to make. But you do see, like, just say if I do decide to make that choice, you can kind of see like someone with an S, I believe that's what you said.
Exactly. And I will say one other thing, if you can, get a hold of a stone that has some ruby in it.
Okay.
Or a ruby stone itself. It doesn't have to be huge, but wear it either in your pocket, in your pocketbook, on a necklace, but keep a ruby stone around you. It will enhance your ability to connect with this love.
Okay. Is this supposed to be someone I already kind of know and he's not in the picture yet, or it's going to be someone completely new for me?
Someone new. If you, again, make a change with the person that's around you, then it opens the door for this other person to come in. And again, there is that feeling of new beginnings connected to them.
Okay. It's, I think I needed to hear something. So, so you're pretty much dead on that. So thank you so much, Haley.
You're very welcome. Just take good care of yourself. And one more really quick thing, take care of your stomach. Be nicer to it.
Pardon? Take care of what? I'm sorry.
Your stomach. I get a lot of sensitivity with your stomach. So that has to do with sense of self balance, but it also has to do with your diet right now.
Yeah, you want me to take care of my stomach? Is that what you said?
Ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm working hard on that. So yeah, so that as well, you're pretty much dead on that as well.
Okay. Well, you take good care. And if I don't speak to you before, enjoy the holiday season, because before we know it, Thanksgiving.
You as well. Have a good Christmas and the rest of 2024. Thank you.
Take good care, hon. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
As I shared with Maria, it really comes down to you as an individual. No matter who you see, you can see a channeler, you can see a psychic, you can see a medium, whatever the spiritual entity is or whoever the person is, you ultimately get to make the decision. Really give thought to, when you hear information, how it resonates with you. It is the same thing with picking out a gemstone. For instance, if someone says, oh, that stone over there, that's going to make magic happen in your life. You should go get that. And you pick it up and you're like, ew, I don't like this. Listen to that. You always have your own intuition. You always have your own inner guidance system. We are supposed to be here to give you confirmation, to help empower you, to make sure that if you are at a loss for some reason, to help you get back on your feet. But keep in mind the word help. Our task is not to say with absolute 100% command, you should go do. At least not the way that I perceive it. The information that comes through is divine. The information that comes through has to do with connecting us on a spiritual level, connecting us and the frequencies that exist around us. And that means that every single person, every single thing around you vibrates at a certain frequency, at a certain level. If you want romance, you have to take a look at what's going on with you in this moment. Are you holding on to something from the past, whether it's anger or feeling of loss, or are you totally open to what's coming up next? The same thing with finances or really anything else. Just take a quick look. You don't have to spend a lot of time on it, and recognize what it is that you should say, you know what, let it be. I thank you for tuning in. Connect with the full moon and its energies. If you do nothing else, just meditate for a few minutes and enjoy that shift in vibration and your ability to really be stronger in who you are as a person. Thanks for tuning in. If you'd like to contact me directly for a private session, you can do so at the office, 561-755-2166. And we can talk via video or on phone or in person. Hope you have a fabulous evening, and I'll see you next week.
listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome. Time for Understanding Spirit with Mary Shapano. Mary Shapano. Live from MaryVCircles.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Understanding Spirit on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another week of Understanding Spirit. I hope you've been having a great week. It's a very, very hot day here in Melbourne, Australia today. So my aircon is full bore. So hopefully I don't start sweating and perspiring during the show. We'll get right into the 3-card pull today, and always try to remember to just take what resonates. Give you a second to just think of whether you're drawn to the first, second, or third card. Also, something is not relevant for you right at the moment. Just hang on to it. It might come up for you down the track. Okay, so if you felt gravitated to card 1, it is I'm using this angel deck, and it's this card here. This card is all about renewal. It does have some writing here. It's got review and evaluate, a favourable assessment on facts, time to move in a new direction. I'm also, being shown around this if you're feeling like you are being controlled, or you have no stability, or there's lack of control or abuse of power or something like that, anything that's holding you back, you've got to make your decisions and kind of not sit on the fence anymore. It might be a difficult decision, but you have to keep moving forward and moving into a new direction. And I also see finances improving around this as well. It could also be changing a residence or moving into a partner, something like that. So, so just take that how it resonates for yourself. If you picked the second card, Paul, it is the Queen of Water, which is this card here. This has got relationships developed to a new level, trust your intuition, care for yourself and others. I'm also getting around this card that, to take some time out and also to have some rest. If you've been feeling any fears, any anxiety, stress, being overwhelmed, just take a little bit of a rest for yourself. It's good to do for other people, but you also got to take care of yourself as well, all right? Not necessarily first, because some people just won't do that, but in between, just find some time for you. I'm also seeing spending time with family, friends, wherever you feel comfortable, where you can rejuvenate. I'm also being told, be careful, there will be some people that are not always happy for you and could potentially be jealous as well. All right. I'm also seeing success around you and people celebrating you and people being happy for you around getting what you want. Okay. If you were drawn to the third card, it is the 4 of Air, which is this one here. And this is time to rest or take a vacation, allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide some answers, all right? I am seeing travel with this, and I feel like I'm directed more around water, okay? So you might be wanting to travel overseas and crossing water, or even going somewhere where there's a beach, a lake, somewhere where you can re-energize and just switch off, okay? And I feel like you need to get away, even like if you're feeling down at the moment or you're dealing with some mental health issues where you're just not able to pick yourself up from them, and just sort of, or even people around you that might be like that and doing that to you. But I'm just saying you just might be feeling a little bit powerless at the moment, and you just need to time out and just, like re-energize, get your mind going again in the direction that you want to focus in. And I'm also getting communicating, making new plans, just clearer thinking around you. And I'm also being told your soul needs to be around water. So potentially you could be, like a water sign, like a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and that's why you resonate with that. I hope that helps whoever's tuned in. I have Lisa on the line. How are you, Lisa?
Oh, good, thanks, Mary. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. You're from Brisbane. It went on and off very quickly.
Yes, I am.
Okay, beautiful. How can I help you today, Lisa?
Just wondering if you see anything about my financial position.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that you've asked me that question, because I've had money in my head, and while I'm always wanting money and concerned with my own financial situation, that was like extra in my head. Look, I'll do some cards for you as well, but I am seeing like finances improving. I'm seeing, I don't know, I want to call it like a little windfall. So I don't know if it's like an inheritance, or you win a bit of money, or you make more money. But I am seeing like things definitely improving, and people sort of like being generous around you. Does that make any sense?
I don't have any inheritance.
Oh, that's a shame. That's Lotto winnings. I always play. I haven't won yet. But I'm seeing hard work paying off for you, and I'm also seeing new financial opportunities coming your way as well. There's a lot of yeses around your finances and things sorting themselves, but I feel like you've got to change a lot of stuff about your finances. Are you looking to change jobs or in any way, or move in a different direction with that?
I have moved in a different direction with my business.
Okay, good, because I was seeing that for you, and that is what you needed to do. So it's going to move forward from now. Have you had any sort of like this could be with where you used to work, or it could also be around family or whatever, but I'm just seeing like some betrayals, people sort of like being a little bit nasty, maybe treating you a little bit like a doormat, and you're just like jack of it. You are like, I'm done with this, because there's a lot of new beginnings around you, doing new things, like you're not taking things anymore, right? It's like whatever's happened has happened. It's like better things emotionally. Does that make sense for you?
Yeah, it very does make sense. With my mum, and I've done a lot of inner work regards to this. So yes, it definitely does make sense.
Yeah, and that needed to happen as well, even for yourself to be at a better place emotionally, all right, and to be happy with yourself and with your own. You have your own family? Because I'm seeing family. Yeah, even like to be happier around there, and the times where you felt defeated, and the times where there was disagreements, not seeing eye to eye, like that's done. And Spirit also saying you had to step into your own power, all right? Because there always needs to be some boundaries set. Sometimes friends or family can mistake our generosity and our love for them as a doorway to be abusive or demanding, and they don't understand that we have our own life as well. You know, and while you can sacrifice for a bit, it's not going to be forever, you know, things, because they're going in moderation, all right? You have also, they're telling me to tell you, when you did that inner work, you've also leveled up spiritually, all right? I can see you, they're showing me internally. I feel like you energetically, you might even feel that where you might have sat all your emotions in the pit of your stomach, then the energy has moved up. Does that make sense for you, that you're not as bogged down anymore?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do exactly understand. I'm more excited. I'm more happy in my inner self. You know, there's just like a fire lit up inside me, and I can feel it. It's a different energy.
Yeah, it is. And I'm getting also that you're like in the Rider-Waite deck, which is like the Queen of Wands, and you know, you are very passionate about what you want, and you are very determined, and Spirit are like, you know, you can also be very truthful, all right? And and Spirit are like, just be independent, go on with your life, move, you know, go with your gut instinct. Spirit, they're telling me that the work that you've done, they're going to be communicating with you even more. They're also saying tune into your intuition. You are now able to, you've kind of like escaped. And it's not just escaping your mum. This is just escaping yourself as well, and what you kept yourself down to, what you kept yourself tied to. All right? They're saying the ties were loose. You could walk away anytime. You weren't doing that. You weren't ready to do that. But you had to do that work on yourself. And now Spirit are going to move you forward. They're like, tune in, go with your gut feeling. You might have felt that you missed opportunities, and that, you know, you might be regretting any of that, but they're like, it's okay. All of that is going to come to you. Just keep your eyes open, look for signs, look for the opportunities that come up. You don't have to feel lonely or isolated, because I feel like people just didn't understand what you were going through. Does that make sense for you?
100%. Yes, exactly.
Okay. And you sat on the fence for a while with this, without making this decision. And I can hear in my head, like, I don't know why I can't do this. I don't know why I can't step up. I don't know why I can't sort of like walk away. It was almost like you were, like your mum was like an addiction that you couldn't let go of. Spirit are giving that to me. But you know, her ego was taking over, and any aggression and tension is like done now, okay? You can control this and you can master this. And they're just saying, just find inner peace, find balance for yourself, all right? And as you sit in a good place with yourself, all your finances, everything that you want will start to come in. Just start handing it over to Spirit and saying, this is it to me at the right time, that it's meant to come to me, and just keep working on yourself and keep rising, Lisa. You're doing great.
Thank you so much for that, Mary. I appreciate that. It was very lonely, but I made it out the other end.
Yeah, you did. And that's all finished now.
Yeah. Thank goodness.
Okay. New beginnings for you everywhere. Okay.
Right.
You take care of yourself, all right?
You're listening to A1R A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Love Life with Katana Star. Katana Star. Live from katanastar.au. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, ask1radio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Love Life on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello everyone, I'm Katie. Happy Friday or happy Thursday evening, wherever you are. This is Love Life, and if you would like to contact me for a private reading, there's a link to my website just in the page there, and also my Facebook page. You can follow me on that if you'd like to get a free reading. I do them every Friday as well. So hi, how is everyone? Hope everyone's good. I'm going to be doing a collective card for all those who are listening and watching. I'm shuffling as we speak. I was just sort of saying it's really starting to warm up down here in Tassie. It's been really nice weather. Oh, God, there goes my cards. Queen of Cups, she fell out. That's a nice one. And I might get her out as well. I'll pop her there. Yeah, so it's I think it's going to be a warm summer. Here we go. All right, collective message for everyone listening. Oh, here we go. We've got the wheel in reverse, okay? This is an interesting one. And given that the Queen of Cups has come out, I'll just elaborate a little bit on this. Now, this when the wheel comes out, it normally means, you know, fate rolling along or things panning out I mean, it's a big one, so it's normally to do with life changes and things like that. When it's in reverse, it's sort of encouraging you not to leave things up to fate. It's sort of saying, well, if you're just going to leave this up to fate, it might just roll away from you and things might just sort of start dwindling away and coming beyond your control. And what it sort of asks you to do or encourages you to do very much is to take control, okay? We're all in control of our own choices and our own paths forward. And if we are leaving things up to fate, then, you know, that's how the ball can sort of start rolling away in a sense. And I mean, some people might see this as bad luck, but I think this is more to do, for me personally, reading this intuitively, I feel this is more about taking control of your own choices and, and making your life what it is that you want. Now, I've got a caller. Hi, is it Salita? Is that how I pronounce your name?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Salita. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, great. I'm great, thanks. What can I do for you? I've got my light seers deck with me today and my modern oracle deck for you today. So if you have a question for me, or if you'd just like me to do you a general intuitive reading.
Yes, please, general, because I need to know a little bit about a little bit of everything.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to ask for some general messages for you to come through for later. So we'll see what comes out. The Queen of Cups flew out a minute ago too, and I didn't really start unpacking her, but she's a very intuitive, beautiful card, that one too. And this is, you know, I think I have a feeling she might have even been meant for you. There you go, got the Four of Pentacles in reverse there. There's one coming out. And she's very much the divine feminine of the receptive energy of the element of water. So she's all about lapping up emotions and feeling content and all that sort of stuff. And also coming to a point in her life where she can provide a lot of emotional nurture and support to others. Now, I've got the feeling with the world there we go, and the Four of Pentacles in reverse, the stars there, and the Lovers in reverse. All right. So at the moment, Salita, what I'm picking up on is either current or recently past energy to do with the relationship, okay? Because you've got the Lovers in reverse here, which is indicating a bit of disharmony's gone on for you. Now, that could be a romantic relationship. I'm sort of getting that it is, or it can just be a friendship or a lover, someone significant to you. It could even be a family member. So something's happened, and I feel that this is to do with money because the Four of Pentacles is in reverse, and that means that either there's been some disagreements about how money should be spent or how things should have been done, or possibly this other party may have been overspending where you haven't agreed, or vice versa, okay? So those two there, they're suggesting a bit of disharmony with relationships. There is also the world and the star here. So this is quite beautiful in a sense too, with the world saying, okay, this, whatever's gone on here, it's come to a point of completion. Something's happened here. It could have been overspending on something or something like that that's triggered some kind of disharmony, but it has come to a point where the cycle's complete now, okay? And the star's here, which to me is indicating healing, all right? Now that this has happened, it's done and dusted, there's healing there, there's hope there, there's also remembering all your hopes and dreams and aspirations and all that sort of stuff. And when the star comes out, it is very much a gentle reminder to go within and remember that little inner child inside you that's always there with you, and remember her dreams and her hopes. And whatever's happened here was kind of meant to happen, because like I said, the world's here. This was meant to be a lesson for you, or the other party for that matter, but it was definitely meant to happen because it's brought something together, and it's been a cycle completed, and there's that lesson there that you've grown from with that. I'll pull you an oracle card as well on top of that, Salida, to give you some guidance forward here. Some message for Salida. There we go. All right. So I do see peace being made here. At the moment, there's been a whole lot of obstacles and delays and disruptions thrown in your path here. That's what that card means, is the obstacles, challenges, disruptions and delays, which has maybe perhaps delayed this healing process or this peace being made. But I do see an apology here, because, look, you've got the apology card saying forgive this situation, disregard it and make peace. So, I mean, if you've been hurt, it's not to say forget what they've done. It's saying to forgive it so that you can find some peace with it. Does that make sense? And it's saying that will happen. I don't know if you can see the screen, but there's a beautiful little teddy bear with a sign saying sorry, and it's just gorgeous. And something's happened though. And I'm being drawn back to the Four of Pentacles in reverse. It's to do with something financial, I think. Now, I'm not sure where you are in the world, but this is all quite recent stuff I'm getting, because the timing on the disruption and delays card is actually winter. So, yeah, I might ask just for one more little bit of guidance for you there, Salida, because you did mention you've got a lot going on. This one wants to come out. Okay, there's stagnation with something, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. So there's either, to me, even though that cycle's come together with the world being in completion, something there, if someone's feeling held back, that they can't progress, that they can't move forward with this. And the way to do that, again, it's coming back to this making peace with the situation, okay? So either you or the other party needs to forgive, disregard, make peace, to say sorry for your own peace of mind, not so much for just the sake of forgiveness or whatever. It's about all of it, really. And it's safe to do so, okay? Whatever decision, if you've got a decision on your mind, you'll be safe, secure and stay put, all right? So even though it might feel a little bit stagnant at the moment, that you might not be getting anywhere, I think what the cards are really advising you to do, Salida, is to make peace with the situation, okay? Do you have any questions for me?
Not really. It's me that can't go forward.
Yeah.
But I'm having stagnation in all areas of my life right now.
I think what the cards are asking you to do is forgive yourself more so than anything, because I think that's what might be holding you back. I think perhaps what's happened here for you is that, like you said, you've got a lot going on. You're feeling like you're not getting anywhere at the moment because all these things just keep coming up and getting thrown in your path. It's asking you to go back, all right? Remember your hopes and dreams. This is the star, all right? I keep being pulled back to the star here. I'm not sure if you've ever done any inner child work or not, Salida, but that can be very healing. And that's as simple as, sitting quiet for 5 minutes and visualising yourself walking on the beach or somewhere in quiet nature, somewhere which is your safe space. See yourself as a little girl, okay? And go up and talk to her and tell her she's safe. Tell her she's okay. Work on that sort of stuff. And then remember her hopes, remember her dreams, and remember it is still very much there and within your power to take control of this. And again, I keep getting the reason why you're not moving forward here is because perhaps you're finding it hard to let go. Perhaps you're finding it hard to forgive. And again, I keep thinking this is to do with either a relationship or a friendship or someone who has, where there's been some disharmony that's happened. Again, it could be money related. So do what you can to try and find some peace with the situation. That's very much what the cards are guiding you to do, Salida.
Okay.
Yeah. I know it's easier said than done, but, you know, you there?
I will try. Yes, I will try.
Yeah. It is. It's easier said than done, but if you can find strategies that work for you, that was just one suggestion, you know, do the inner child stuff. Let's see here, be positive. I mean, it's easier said than done, look, you know. Be positive, but it is saying it's going to be all right. And that will have the flow-on effect in your romance and love life. Look at this. The romance and love lives card has just come out straight away. I think it's about shifting your perspective, Salida, and looking at it in the sense that, you know what, yeah, all these things have happened and all these disruptions have happened, but you're in control. You're in control of this, all right? You might not be in control of other things, but you're in control of the way you react. You know, I know that sounds cliche, but it's true. You can choose how you react to this situation. And the cards are very much saying that your way forward, that you're going to find peace with this, is to forgive, to let go, not to forget, not to say it's okay, what they've done, but for you to find your own inner peace with it. And then you're going to see some progress moving forward where you can start overcoming all of these obstacles and things like that. And again, that's going to have a flow-on effect to your, see, there's the love card, love, romance, improvement, okay? If you can just try and be positive about it and look at it from a perspective of, you know what, I'm in control here. I'm going to choose how I react to this situation. I'm going to take control of these circumstances that may not feel like they're in my control, but they are, you know, and it's about how you look at it and how you choose to react to it and what you choose to do with that. Yeah. Okay. Would you like me to ask for a little bit more guidance?
I'm sorry?
Would you like me to ask for a little bit more guidance for you?
If you could, yes.
Sure. If you have anything specific thrown at me, because I've got about a minute left.
Work. I'm trying to find a job desperately, and see anything coming?
All right, let's see. What's going to happen career-wise? All right, it's asking you, there's something you need to tie up loose ends with, okay? So something's unfinished for you, and I'm not sure what that looks like for you, but it's saying it's time to tie up loose ends with something, whether that's cutting ties with something or crossing off your I's or dotting your T's, something like that, to tie up loose ends. And also it's asking you to be strong, all right? Be strong, stand your ground with something. I get the sense that you're being provoked a little bit too, in the sense, you know, this is the card where there's the matador and the bull, and there's a red flag being waved at a bull, which could trigger you a little bit. But basically, in a nutshell, I'm getting stand your ground, but finish off other unfinished things, okay? I hope that makes sense for you. I must get going because I've only got 60 seconds left. So, look, you know, all best with whatever's going on there. Just remember you're in control, okay? You take control and try and find some peace with that situation by whatever strategy works for you, okay? All right, I must get going. Thank you so much, everyone who listened and watched, and I shall be back same time next week. Bless be. Have a beautiful weekend. Thank you.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome. Time for New York City Celebrity Psychic with Perry Lyons. Perry Lyons. Live from PerryLyons.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is New York City Celebrity Psychic on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, my cherished ducklings. And if you're wondering why I look like a 1970s country western singer, I will tell you. It's because it is a slightly challenging week for me. I'm better now. But when I feel a little challenged, I like to dance around my house singing old classic country western songs really loud. So, ready? I beg your pardon, I never promised you a rose garden along with the sunshine. There's gotta be a little rain sometimes. When you take, you gotta give some love and let live and let go. I beg your pardon, I never promised you a rose garden. There you go. And no auto-tune. So, hi, darlings. Hello, my cherished ducklings everywhere. I'm Perry Lyons. This is Perry Lyons, New York City celebrity psychic on Moonstruck TV and A1R Radio. I'm so glad you're here. I'm sending you love from my heart to your heart. Boom, got that? And we are about to do the Psychic Tarot Weather. And this is where I pick 3 cards. And the first card is the beginning of the week, starting now. Second card is the middle of the week, which is the weekend. Third card is the rest of the week. Ta-da! I knew you could do it. Before we start, I just want to say I did a wonderful podcast today with my terrific friend Bridget Leroy, who has a metaphysical podcast called Crazy Connections, which is on Riverside. You can get the Riverside app. It was a lot of fun. I told my ghost stories, told my origin story of how I found out I was a psychic, which is long. You guys have heard most of it. Maybe I'll tell a little bit later on. But right now, I'm going to do the Psychic Tarot Weather, and I am staring at my phone like a lovesick teenager waiting for your call. Because when you call, I will give you accurate, loving, helpful, useful, and sometimes slightly goofy answers. Oh, Stephanie. Oh, I love Illinois. I know where Royalton is. Cool. All right, my darling. I'm about to do the Psychic Tarot Weather. So what I'm going to ask you to do is concentrate on your question or questions. And I'm going to ask you to breathe deeply like this. And then take another deep breath on top of that one. And then go like this. Blow out through pursed lips. And everybody do this because it is so good for your vagus nerve. So do that 3 times. So it's not very dignified, but it's good for your vagus nerve in the U.S. as opposed to your vagus nerve, which is where when it gets stimulated, you wake up in a hotel room in a Nevada city surrounded by exhausted sex workers, empty liquor bottles, and wondering where the last decade went. But enough about my private life. Okay, I'm going to do the Psychic Tarot Weather. And Stephanie, hang on. I lived in Chicago for years. Illinois is awesome. The people are so nice. Except you guys call soda pop. It's like, hand me a pop. What is that? Okay, I'll be right back, maybe. All right. So, interestingly enough, the first card, there's some cards when I get them in a spread and I'm working with a client one-on-one or over Zoom, which I do. And by the way, this week I'm running a special. If you want a reading with me, I'm usually $400. I'm doing a special this week for $200, 1 week only. You can get in touch with me on my Facebook, Perry Lyons, PeriLyons. I never do this. So now is the time, 75 minutes of the best reading you'll ever have. Okay, where was I? Okay, there are some cards that when I get them in a spread, there's kind of no way to sugarcoat it. It's like, well, like this one, this card, which is a guy struggling under, 9, 10 wands, 10 big sticks. But the good news is he hasn't fallen over. The other good news is that 10 always means it's the end of a cycle. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you've been taking care of everybody but you, if you're feeling overwhelmed, 2 things. It's going to get better within the next couple of days. And when you are overwhelmed, here's what I tell myself. Perry, if you're going to eat an elephant, eat it 1 bite at a time. I'm not recommending you eat elephants, just to be clear. I don't want PETA after me. Second card is really interesting. Over the weekend, I don't know if there's somebody you have a crush on or it's none of my business. Well, actually, totally my business. Feel free to call and ask. But second card is a really interesting card. Doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic connection, although it probably is. So if you're married or in a relationship, good for you. This means that you will be having some sort of, I love this word, rapprochement. That's French for sort of a meeting of the mind and heart with your sweetheart. If not, it means that you can make a meaningful connection with somebody you don't know yet. Wink, wink. That's very hard to do in false eyelashes. Don't try this at home. Or you and your crush might connect. It could also mean that a friend of the opposite sex and you are going to really support each other. Doesn't necessarily mean you'll become romantic. It's like the 20% meaning. The other 80% is, let's get it on, ooh, baby. Okay, so that's the middle of the week, like the weekend. That's a good card for the weekend. And the last card does not mean what it looks like it means. You will not be hung up by one heel upside down while crossing your arms, unless that's your idea of a good time, in which case, no judgment. But what this does mean is you might have some sort of spiritual awakening, or somebody around you who has been resistant to changing a problem that's affecting both of your lives might be suddenly less resistant to talking about it. If you're in a relationship with somebody who has maybe an addiction, food addiction, smoking, something like that. We all know what the addictions are. There's a ton of them. I personally am addicted to Breyer's low-carb peanut butter ice cream, but I'm getting help. Don't despair. So this means that either you will be going through some sort of spiritual revelation. I mean, that doesn't have to be huge. It's not like Clarence the angel is going to come down and keep you from jumping off the bridge. I just watched It's a Wonderful Life. God, that's a great movie. But where was I? It does mean that you're going to have some sort of like little spiritual awakening. You're going to maybe feel a little more compassionate to somebody than you did before. Maybe you're going to forgive yourself for having had bad things happen to you. Wasn't your fault. Okay? All right. Woo! Okay. Stephanie, we're on. Talk to me, baby. Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Hello. Yes, I can. It's a little low, but I can hear you.
Hello. Yay. Is it snowing there yet?
Right now it's raining. It's a lot of raining right now.
I'm sorry. Okay, my love. I will speak up because I had 3 packs of brand new headphones not work in the last, so not using headphones.
Oh, no.
So I will project, and I like to connect to people through their birthdays. So when is your birthday?
My birthday is October 31st of 81.
Oh, I have shoes older than you. I love this. My favorite week of Scorpio. I'm a Pisces, and I have a PhD in Scorpios. But the first week of Scorpio, the one you're in, you guys are just the best people on the planet. I mean, aside from the Leos and Aquarius and Libra, I love all signs. I have a special weakness for this week of.
It seems like it's like that. Oh, I mean, every month, first couple of weeks is okay. And last couple of weeks is kind of right? A bit on edge.
Well, I have to tell you, I was kind of born a couple weeks into March, so now I'm feeling a little like, but some of them. What can I help you with?
Well, I'm hoping to find employment soon, and as you said about the love life, I've been going through difficulties with that too, because my husband was separated for 4 years, but I have a live-in boyfriend, but he's had some mental issues, and it's a little disturbing, and it's just he's unbalanced, very unbalanced. He is, but luckily I have somebody by my side that is understanding, and he doesn't get frustrated with if I have to talk to him on the phone or calm him down or something. He just, things are different. It's a little bit hard. And I just, I'm really focused on finding work right now for myself so I can keep my mind busy. And that I'll just move my oldest back home today. Or yesterday evening, we finally got everything done. So my house is full again with my girls, and that feels great. That feels so great. And so close to Thanksgiving, so that part feels wonderful.
Do you have 2 girls or 3 girls?
I have 2.
Oh, okay. For some reason I got 3, but that's okay. What I will say, I'm a little worried about your boyfriend.
My boyfriend has a daughter.
Oh, okay.
So I would have.
Thank you.
3
how long have you guys been together? 2 years? 3 years?
4.
4. Okay. I'm just a tiny bit worried because I was with somebody like that, but they were just, when they were good, they were so good. There was nobody better. He was brilliant, charming, and looked a little like Cary Grant, who's an old movie star nobody's heard of but me anymore. But he was gorgeous. He had English accent, and so like 75% of the time he was wonderful, and then 25% of the time he was really not. And I finally went into therapy, which is a good thing for psychics to do because we have to stay extra sane. Actually, it's a good thing for anybody, but but extra sane now with extra sane sauce on the side. My therapist said, "Would you eat a hamburger that had 50% poop in it?" I'm like, "What are you, crazy?" No. I said, "Well, would you eat a hamburger that had 25% poop in it?" I'm like, "Why are you even?" And she said, "Would you eat a hamburger that's got like 5% poop?" And it's like, "No, I want a poop-free hamburger. Thank you very much. And by the way, we're not going to lunch." And what she was trying to tell me is that even though things were wonderful when he was wonderful, how not wonderful he was, which was scaring me, was sufficiently not wonderful that I eventually had to find my way out of that relationship. I'm not saying that's what you should do. I am getting...
But that's not the boyfriend. That's what you explained there is my we're still married, so I'm saying my husband. Legally, we're still married, and we were together for 18 years.
If you're legally still married, that is what I'm picking up. Sorry about that. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, that's what you're picking up. Yeah.
Oh, he's a little bonkers. I'm glad you're out of there. Thank you. I don't know how to say this tactfully and excuse the technical psychiatric language, but he's cuckoo for coconuts, pal. Anyway.
Yeah. So don't sugarcoat it. Just I'm good with you. I'm like free seat. Come, just bring it to me. Just bring it all to me.
Yeah,
like a blunt
I used to be like that. When I hit a certain age, which I'm not going to tell you what it was, I suddenly got like, peace and quiet sounds like fun. But
yes.
But I think you're fine for now. And I love your kids. You did a great job with your girls. They're really good people. Okay, so let me tell you what I'm getting in terms of your job. Okay, hold on. I'm actually going to draw a card. I don't do that very often, but during the show.
Thank you.
That's really interesting. Huh. Oh, that's really good. Okay, I got the Queen of Cups, kind of a crazy deck. My cousin Dusty sent me this deck from Germany. Very cool. But it's very German looking. It's very dark. So the Queen of Cups is a Scorpio woman. It can also be a Pisces or a Cancer woman, but it's you. When you get this card, it means that you're entering in a time of real self-expression and kind of, for lack of a better word, I don't want to sound like a fortune teller, but kind of good luck, if that makes sense. So, and I have a feeling you are so good with people. You have a lot of skills. I'm not sure you finished your college degree, but that's okay. Me neither, frankly. But you're very, very good with people. Oh, let me just tell my next caller. Hey, Narelle. My best friend in Australia is also called Narelle. I'll be with you in a few minutes. I'm on with Stephanie, but don't go anywhere and do that deep vagus nerve breath while you're waiting. Okay. Stephanie. Okay. And you spell it the right way, too. You, Stephanie. Okay. Here's what I'm getting. It's you don't live in a huge town, but you do live in a town that has a couple of fancy hotels. Am I right?
Actually, I reside in, we call it a village. We have a dollar store and a Casey's, and I have I'm in the middle of 3 different larger towns.
But I'm going to say that you're within 20 miles. You're within driving distance of.
Correct.
I'm going to say that 25 miles to the. I'm going to say north is a town that's got what I'm getting at. When I say hotels, I'm not suggesting you should go be a call girl. No. I'm a collect call girl. I pay them. No, I'm kidding. What I am suggesting is you'd be really good working in hotels as a concierge or if you started in reception. You're so good with people and you're kind of psychic, possibly because about knowing what people need or want because you're so thoughtful. You're so thoughtful. Also, you're a mom, so of course you have that, but you have it more than most people. So doing something like that and being in an elegant and kind of glamorous environment would, I think, be wonderful for you. Because I just think you've got such an elegance to you. You really do.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Home health care. I was thinking about a health care home. Help at home, healthcare, maybe.
A healthcare home? I think that's as somebody, I've taken care of my elderly crippled mother for the last 5 years of her life. I can tell you that if you are good at home healthcare, you are worth your weight in gold. I had such trouble finding good help. So somebody with your personality and your patience, I think you'd be great at that. I was just suggesting the hotel because it's kind of the same amount of money and a little less lifting people around, but you're very empathetic. So you could either find the best agency in a 50-mile range or start your own agency. Not that hard. And you've got some good business skills. You're good at business. Now, let's get back to your love life. I think you're getting married. Hold on a sec. Let me just pull a card to see if I'm right about that. When you take, you gotta give some love. And yep. You're getting married. And, if he's been with you for 4 years, put a ring on it already, dude. I'm not even divorced yet. What? You're not doing it? You don't want to get married? You don't have to.
No, I'm not divorced yet from my husband. Still, but I'm still divorced from him. From him yet.
That guy. One well-placed meteorite where your husband is standing would do the world. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. On the other hand, it would be kind of entertaining and dramatic and painless. He wouldn't know what was happening. But what I'm seeing is the relationship you're in. It's this card, as you can see, it's different generations. Try not to look at my hands because I've been gardening. So, but it's like an older guy, a younger woman, an old person, couple dogs. The dogs symbolize loyalty, by the way, in tarot. Or they could just symbolize dogs if you have dogs. But I like to think loyalty.
I do.
I think this person I think you're going to stay together. And he can also get if he's having stress issues right now, there's a lot more affordable and sometimes free mental health care. Call your representative. That's what our Congress people and Senate and local representatives are there for. They're there to help us find answers. So I am just getting the feeling that you're coming into one of the, and I'm not just saying this. Honest to gosh, I don't just say stuff, obviously. But I will say I think you're coming into one of the best years of your life. And I mean that. How is that, my love? Did that answer anything for you? I think your relationship is going to work out. I think you're going to stay together. I think you've got a good blended family. The kids get along, which is key. His kids nice.
Yeah,
your kid.
So
Yeah.
good. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I give me chills. I mean, I have the chills, and I mean, what you said about I have some abilities. I don't know exactly how to.
Yeah, you do.
Work
You know what? Next week, I'm going to announce a class that I'm running. It's like $10 on how to develop your psychic skills. Tune in next week or check my Facebook account. My Facebook is Perry Lyons, P-E-R-I, like Periwinkle, Lyons, Lyons. Just find me there and you'll see announcements and stuff. So I'm so glad I met you. You're lovely. And happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
So, all right, my love.
You too.
I'm going to take Narelle, but stay in touch and let me know how you're doing, okay?
Thank you.
My pleasure. Hi, Narelle. How are you? Are you still there, Narelle?
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, baby.
How are you?
I'm great. I wish I was in Australia. But as my listeners know, I lived in Sydney and Darling and Hurst to see you in Darlinghurst. In Sydney for a while, and I love Australians. I love the culture. I love everything there. So, how can I help you? And when is your birthday?
My birthday's the 4th of March.
Oh, really? You're Pisces too?
I'm a Pisces.
Rock on, sister. Pisces women. I have to say, I love Pisces men. They're incredibly charming. Honestly, they're a little weak. They're adorable. But Pisces women, man, we can take on the world and look cute doing it.
We could.
Just saying. So, how can I help you, my darling Narelle? It's so funny you have the same name as my poor friend I lived with in Sydney for a while.
I'm trying to get some closure in my life.
Trying to get some closure.
Does it make sense? Yeah.
Okay.
I've had quite a few deaths this year, so I just want to see if there's anything coming through from the other side, any messages.
Oh, sweetie, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, let me see who's coming through. I will tell you, sometimes it's good to get a little specific, because if I just crack the door open and go, the first person who comes through is usually like a great aunt on your cousin's side. It's like, there are a lot of people waiting behind that door. Can you get a little more specific so I can be a little more effective? Nothing against your great aunt and your cousin's side.
No. My father.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, he's delightful. Oh, he showed up quick. Is he kind of Irish or English looking? Kind of high color? A little on the bigger side? I don't mean fat. I just mean like broad shouldered or like barrel chested. Yeah?
He used to be.
Yes? Yeah. Well, I mean, they tend to present at around 35 because even after we're dead, we're still vain. And that's when we look the best. It's like around 30, 35. I just love him. He was very hardworking. And do you have 2 brothers?
One. I have 2 sons.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So he had 2 sons, or you?
I've got 2
speak
sons.
Speak up a tiny bit.
But he only had 1.
He only had 1. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm getting 2 brothers. I don't know why. Interestingly, he loves you a lot, but you're actually doing pretty well. Your brother is pulling focus for me a bit. I don't think he's doing as well as you are. Your father would like you to get in touch with him. I don't know if you guys are speaking or not. Yeah, I know. You might have to be the bigger person. I think he's in a lot of pain. He'd have to be that nasty to you. he was, I'm not going to use the word that starts out BAS and ends in TARD, but that's kind of what he was to you. So I think I just spelled out the whole word. Sorry. Yeah. That's kind of because he's married to a witch, and I apologize for my spelling. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be negative. We've got 2 minutes. So what your father would sometime in the next year, if you feel like being the bigger person and reaching out to your brother. I'm wondering if your mother had a miscarriage or something. Definitely. But he also just loves you. He didn't pass that long ago. It feels like 8 months.
Yeah, February.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's very present. He's also very mischievous. I think in life he was very playful. Is that correct? He had a great sense of humor. He's very funny. I really like him.
I didn't see him for probably 7 years before he died.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I only just found out that he died. Yeah.
Did I wait? Say that again.
We didn't talk for 7 years, and I've only just recently found out that he died back in February.
Oh, I'm so sorry, darling. He wasn't saying that. What I do know is he loves you. We've got about 30 seconds, so I'm going to talk really fast. But I'm a New Yorker, so this is really easy for me. Here's what I want you to know. What I'm getting from him is that he's very apologetic. Honestly, I'm not going to say what he had a problem of some kind. I'm not going to privacy things. I'm not going to go into detail, but you know what I'm talking about. And he could be very difficult. He's very sorry for that. He's very sorry. But his basic self, who he really is, just loves the hell out of you. He really does. And you're going to start seeing things move around in your house. They might not move when you're looking at them, but you're going to put something down, you'll turn around, and it'll be gone. That's him trying to get your attention, and he's sorry. But boy, does he love you. And you were also named after, I think, his mother. So I've got to zoom. I'm sorry we didn't have more time, but he's there, and he loves you. Try me back next week. We'll go into it more, okay? Thank you, my cherished ducklings. I love you guys, and that color looks great on you. See you next week. Bye.
listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for astrology and psychic readings with Lady D. Lady D. Live from LadyDSPsychicParties.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Astrology and Psychic Reading on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi everybody, welcome to Astrology and Psychic Readings with Lady D. I'm your host for this segment, Lady D. I hope you've all had an amazing week ahead. We're here having a hot day in Sydney today, so our summer's just starting up. We're getting some really hot days coming up here. A little bit sunburnt. But anyways, so this week what we've got coming up, we have a Mercury retrograde coming up. So that is going to be on the around the 26th, 27th. So for me, it's more the 27th. For everyone else on the other side of the world, it will be the 26th. And I feel like this, because we're also getting close for Mars retrograde, will be the week after on around the 6th of December. There's already things, because Mercury is in shadow, so it's on the path where it will be going retrograde. So things are already starting to happen, go haywire, miscommunication. I feel like it's already starting to brew up in different aspects of people's lives. And so it is in Sagittarius, so I feel like during this retrograde, it will be until the 16th of December. So it is going to be like not a time to take risk, a mix-up of communication, stories sort of even getting mixed up as well, because we're in Sagittarius energy. So it's about storytelling as actors and actresses. It's risk-taking. It's a part of it being spiritual. It's also about learning, and it also is travel. So traveling, I am traveling during a retrograde, not the best time. So there's going to be there could be a lot of chaos, mix up to do with travel plans. As I said, not good to take risks, communication, a bit haywire there. And entertainment, you might find there could be some problems doing entertainment, or celebrities coming out with certain issues, certain problems, backlashes in that area as well. Even if you're doing a workshop or you're doing any learning, that could be problems in that area too. So we are going to be dealing with a bit of a problematic time with that there. As I always say, the positive part about Mercury retrograde, at least for me, is that someone from the past always comes back, whether it be someone that you worked with, a friend, people from the past always, for me personally, comes back. So that's always, I feel like, a good thing that happens during this time. We've also got we're still in that opposition with Mercury and Jupiter. And I said after that, when we get into retrograde, we're retrograding, opposing that Jupiter. So there could be something unexpected, luck or communication coming up, and it's be positive from the past, or communication coming up quite positive. We've also got, which is causing a bit of turbulence, the Mars and Pluto opposition. It's not direct opposition, but it's still in that frame that they call it an opposition. When Mars goes retrograde, it's going to be directly oppose Pluto, and then when it goes forward, it will oppose it again. So that is going to also be some interesting times with that. We've also got until 27th, we've got a sextile with Venus and Saturn that's going to be help us through any problems with relationships and finances. We've also got until the 25th, we've got a try between Venus and Uranus. That's unexpected with relationships or money. You might meet You might meet someone unexpectedly, or there could be some sort of unexpected finances or money coming in with that. That's going to be until the 25th with that transit as well. So we do have a lot of stuff that's coming up. I feel like just try and be patient. what's also going to come up with this retrograde, I feel like there's going to be people like blaming people and not taking on responsibility. I feel like it's a time where you got to double check everything or plans. I feel like it's about sometimes people can make a mess of things, and that might be coming up too. And I feel like it might have a feeling of feeling stuck, not able to progress or move forward, even though you're trying to move forward. It could be a sense of people leaving your space during this time as well. But yeah, just be patient during this retrograde. Let's go to the caller. So we do have Jean, who's from Pottstown in Pennsylvania in America. So hi, Jean. How are you today?
Joan, good. How are you?
Joan? I'm good. How can I help you?
Oh, I need a lot of help. I wanted to see if you knew where I would be living, and if you knew if the man in my life was either started with a J or an M, and just what's happening in my future coming up, because it's a mess right now.
Okay. All right. So what I feel like, I get is with the moving, I feel like could be a move in like a 6 with this, where it be June next year or 6 months, 6 weeks, 6. I got a 6 and then I did hear June, but I feel like there could be a move for you. But this is somewhere I feel like wherever you're moving.
6 hours.
Oh, it could be 6 hours to 6, but I feel like this is like cost effective or it's cheaper wherever you're going to. I feel like it's allowing you to put more money aside is what I feel like. So I feel like this is like where you're going, it's somehow a cheaper move for you. And I feel like that there's a sense of worriedness and anxiety. It's like you've got a rain cloud above your head. So when I see that, I feel like people are expecting this doom and gloom. But I feel like, I want to say by February, I feel like things are looking a lot clearer and a lot better for you. You're also standing your ground in a certain situation. I feel like someone's trying to like push you or try to like pull the wool over your eyes. And I feel like you're not taking it and you're not standing up for it either. I want to go to when it comes to love or romance, there's a second person. I feel like there's a second love or second person. I feel like I want to go with the second person, not the first person.
I need a name or a letter of a name.
What were the 2 initials you had? Was it a J?
Ember J, yeah.
I don't want to go with the J. I'm hearing the J, maybe not the positive. Maybe he's the one that's more closer to you. I want to go with the person that's further back. And I feel like, because I feel like that's the second person and that's the person that's more in alignment with you. Like I feel like there's friendship, but something blossoms from friendship with that person. I feel like the J person is like there's a greediness with them. Like they want to take things, they want to take it all, a little bit controlling as well. And you need to be a free spirit. Sorry?
No, he's not controlling it all. He's just scared.
Okay.
Did you know if my movie can be out of state or?
Okay, there's something about this person, but you got to see them in a different light. The true colors could be shown in. Let me get it. It's a time.
Okay, my boyfriend and I rented an apartment together last February, and he took off and left in July. So as of tomorrow, I'm going to be homeless. He wants me to move with him to Virginia. Tells me he loves me, but I do love him, but I fell more for somebody up here. And I don't know to go to Virginia or to stay in PA if the one up here will come around.
So is this the J? So is that which is the J name? Is that the J with your one that wants you to move, or is the J the one that's closer to you now?
J's the one that I have deep feelings for. That's just very guarded.
That's closer to you now. I'm just confused. What I want to say is the one that I feel like that's wanting you to go where they are. I don't feel like it's I don't feel good to go with them. I feel like they twist things around, and I feel like that it's like they're not suited to you. There's someone else that I feel like is going to come into your life here. There's someone else that's going to come in, but I feel like I feel like if there's a female around you who's going to save the day here. I feel like there's going to be a female that's going to be coming in who's going to help you to clear up a mess, clean things up for you, who's going to try and make things more smoothly for you. It could be someone in your family, but I want to go, it's like a female that I feel like is going to come and really help you through this tight situation. I really think don't go and stay in your car. But I feel like that there, if you can get somewhere like cheap to stay, but this move is going to be, I feel like this move is, even though it seems doom and gloom at the moment, I feel like this is like going to turn out to be quite positive for you, because I feel like that give it 2 months, you're going to be able to put your feet up, and I feel like you're in a better area, there's a better transition what's going on around you. I feel like, I know you're scared, but I feel like don't be scared, because I feel like next year there's more of a free flowing of money for you as well. You've got to be careful of who's around you, because I feel like people, especially when they're looking at partners here, they want to take things from you. It's like they're taking more than they're giving. And so I feel like you need to have your wits about you.
No. Right.
Okay. I feel like you need to have your wits around you, about you, and where you're, who you're spending time with. But I do see someone coming in. I don't know if you met them yet, but they are, I feel like, going to be more true for you. Their colors, they're very truthful, and they are also very encouraging for you as well. But I feel like I'm just hearing, like, don't panic. Things are going to sort itself out. But I get a female that's cleaning up a mess around you. Not necessarily a male.
That would be Mark's stepdaughter, Tiffany, that's here helping me.
Oh, okay. Because there's like a phone call away.
Tip that's helping me. Okay.
Oh, okay. Because I feel like she's someone that you can trust as well. Kind of like there's no nonsense with her, but I see her helping you and getting you to where you need to be.
That's Tiffany, because she's been here helping me, Mark's stepdaughter.
Okay, cool.
She's
all right,
the only one by my side.
Well, that's what I get. I get, more of a female than a male around you. But thank you for calling in today.
Can you just answer one question? Do you think Jim will come around, or you think I should just give up on that?
Look, I'm hearing a no. I feel like there's someone else that's coming that's going to be more true. There's someone else coming that I feel like is going to sort of blow you away a little bit. But it's not until at some point next year that they're going to come.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I hope I've helped you today. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay. So everybody, let's say we're going to have some chaotic times ahead with this Mercury retrograde. Next year we'll be live from New Zealand. So it'll be exciting for next week coming up. So if you want to contact me, you can. My website is Lady D Psychic Parties. My Facebook is also Lady D Psychic Parties. My Instagram is Lady D Psychic, and my TikTok is Lady D Psychic, and my YouTube is Lady D or Danielle Psychic. So thank you, and I will see you different place at same time next week. Okay, bye for now.
Welcome, it's Psychic Tuesday, and I'm your guide, Bernice Bisson. We're going to start at the top with all 12 signs. Listen for all 3, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to begin with Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Aries. You've got a really powerful new moon eclipse coming up across from you in Libra. Really kind of a dark night of the soul stuff in terms of partnerships, letting go, releasing, being able to really look at things in a different light. So it is a bit of a reset for you. Remember that you can't change anyone but yourself. And so if you're finding that you're wanting